I do want that Vita emulator to get up and running so I can actually play Persona
Listen,
4
bro.
again. But
Listen, the PSP
Emulator
emulator is
out.
like super. Is there a Vita emulator out?
there is a Vita emulator, but it's not working properly at the moment. It's like early. It's like an early PS3 emulator. It's like not running.
Don't you hate it when a console's not popular?
But no,
I
with
mean,
how
there wasn't-
unpopular it is,
well,
with,
I mean, if we could get an emulator of the CDI, then you can emulate pretty much anything.
It's just that
I want a Vita emulator because I want to play Muramasa Rebirth again. That shit was amazing.
me too. And then play like in high def and with the controller. Oh,
Freedom
man.
Wars with a controller. What a group! Yeah, no, I'm with it.
All right, it is that time. What's going on, guys? It's your boy Westtown HD. Today, ladies, gents, germs, and worms, we are here for episode 10. We've done 10 episodes of this podcast between now and I think it was like October when I started this up. So, joining me today, we have the esteemed Arisu Sosuke. What's going on, Sosuke?
What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? Great to be back here again.
And followed by him, we have our boy G Shadow 007.
What's up, guys? How you all doing?
We've got the man, the myth, the legend himself, Florida Man New Type.
Hey, it's me, New Type SF. SF stands for Stay the Fuck Home. Don't question it. Let's get to it.
Yeah, I wasn't going to say that changes every time, but after New Type, we've also got Riku-san 1, the only one.
What's
The
good,
only
people?
corn dog.
Whoa, we're
Whoa.
not gonna talk about that.
Whoa.
The point is,
no.
we good someone is here. We live. We good. Fuck them all day.
All right, cool. We ain't gonna talk about Sosuke. That'll happen after stream if you so desire. And last but not least, we've got the content creator of the year, Souls Oh Souls.
And the crowd goes wild. For literally no reason.
What up, people? We here. We ready. We ready to get your
I thought you
ears
said.
having a little. No, okay, never mind. We're here. We're ready.
I thought you said weeb here.
That's what I heard too. I was like, yo, you just gonna out yourself like that? I mean,
Yeah, it's whatever you want, baby.
all right.
Nothing but weeb content.
We are gonna go ahead and start by talking about everyone's week. We might as well just go in Discord order. So Sosuke, how was your week?
Week was pretty good. Spent most of it relaxing, watching that Battle Network anime. Finished Final Fantasy VII Remake last night, and oh boy, was that a trip.
Ooh.
I'm emotions everywhere. Like that game almost actually made me cry. Like that would have been the third game to ever make me cry, but that
No,
shit.
but we're not done yet, though. Still got a couple more to go.
Like the game is Final Fantasy VII is going to be different from here on out. Like I'm gonna save that for the remake portion of the podcast, but I'm almost done with Mega Man Battle Network, y'all. If y'all want to see me play some of that Battle Network greatness tomorrow, I will be finishing the game, and then we'll be getting into post game after that. Whenever the hell I feel like streaming post game, but we are finishing the game tomorrow. We're fighting the final boss. I'll see y'all there. But that
No,
shit.
but we're not
Next
done yet, though. Still got a couple more to go. My week's been pretty good.
The game is
Finished
Final Fantasy VII is going to
Fallen
be different
Order,
from here
and
on
then
out. Like I'm gonna save that for.
to play some Final Fantasy IV because with the remake of 7 coming out, I figure I delve back into Final Fantasy, and like a lot of people like 4. Tried that out on PSP, which a lot of people consider to be the best version of the game, and actually beating it today. I really like the game a lot. Aside from that,
Will you be doing the after years?
probably some other time. I'd rather move on to another game. But aside from that, pretty much been rewatching Gundam Age to get myself refurbished for that review. And I'm on Gen 3 right now, and a lot of what I thought all those years ago when I first watched Age hasn't really changed. Gen 3 still sucks shit.
Damn.
But you'll know why when we get to the review.
But what about the FX? What about the FX?
I don't care about the FX. It's touted by a fucking awful character.
FX is alright.
I mean,
We're not gonna get into the Gundam argument here.
we're not gonna get into it. I'm gonna leave it alone.
But yeah, that's basically been my week.
All right, New Type. What about you?
Ooh, the days are getting longer. The hair is getting longer. These games are getting done. I platinum Resident Evil 2 remake, Super
Damn.
Robot Wars Moon Dwellers
Dang, that
and Super Rubber Wars V.
that is a
Let's
hand clap for
get it.
Moon Dwellers alone. That is a hand clap, my man.
I'm getting to it with X. I watched a couple movies with friends, and we watched Beastars. The
Oh
feels.
God.
It's actually pretty good. It's really furry,
Not
but it's pretty good.
Oh, so it's still furry bait, but it's good.
Yeah.
It's good furry bait. Anyway, my week's been
That's-
pretty good.
Okay, all right. Riku, how was your week?
My week has been pretty good. I've been actually losing track of time. I thought today was goddamn Friday. And then I was talking to my friend. I was like, why does today feel like Saturday? And he's like, because it is Saturday. I'm like, what? It's Saturday. Thought today was Friday. What the fuck? Point is, your boy yesterday finished Final Fantasy IX. And that game is great. Last night, I wouldn't have used the word love. But today I would. I do love Final Fantasy IX.
Ooh, now you gotta commit.
Yeah, now you gotta put a ring on the game. Let's
Jeez.
go.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go back to Final Fantasy VIII, the Platinum, and then it's over to Final Fantasy VII Remake, and then Final Fantasy X, and then I'll take a Final Fantasy break.
Ah.
I actually think 9's better than 7, but that's just me though.
Oh no, I agree. I agree with you. That's why I pushed 7 off of my top 3 for. So yeah,
So I guess you could
I like
say
it more now because I think it's better.
I guess you could say 10 is going to be your Final Fantasy for a little bit.
True.
Blake, when did you become a father?
Listen, that's not important. Wait, is 9 the one that Shadow Elite really dislikes?
Yeah, for some
He,
reason.
he, yeah, sure.
Yeah, okay, all right, cool.
He's indifferent, let's say.
All right, Souls, how was your week, my guy?
Well, your boy's still working full time, unfortunately, and it
Ooh.
irks me because I'll be seeing everybody saying, I got so much time off, I don't know what to do. And I'm like, screw you. Anyway, I've been really enjoying the Digimon reboot. It's been really good. We got another episode coming today, and your boy's been kind of hyped, so he kind of been buying some Digimon figures as of late.
Oh.
And I really, really like them. Also, I've been playing, let's see, of course, that One Piece Pirate Warriors 4. That game's been really, I'm kind of regretting playing it on hard, but, I started it, now I got to finish it. Because these people like to do massive amounts of damage and very little health items scattered around. I'm fighting Blackbeard, and for some reason, they put me on this tiny map where he does all these stupid AoEs, and they put no health item, knowing that these guys do massive damage. So not only are the stages long, but when you get to the very end, you got this boss that just makes no sense. But I'm also currently, literally as we speak, also playing Cold Steel 3. We got Fee in the team, and Laura and Elliot, they're looking clean. What else? I think that's it. Maybe gonna be hopping in the Monster Hunter on PC. Maybe. I don't know yet, but yeah,
Listen,
that's
bro.
pretty much where we at.
All right, now back to Monster Hunter real quick, bro. You say you're still working full time, so I know you got the money. I'm just, and if you buy in those nice expensive Digimon figures, I mean, I definitely know you got that money. But I mean, that's neither here nor there.
For Monster Hunter, going sell them on it?
Listen, bro. Listen.
Oh, you know what? Okay, if there's something Digimon related, somebody find me something.
A Digimon mod for Monster Hunter? Oh, bro, don't you worry. Don't you worry. We will find a what is it? We'll find a War Greymon mod for one of the monsters.
I've actually want to try watching the new Digimon anime, but I'm just gonna wait because I know they're eventually just gonna stop production for a while.
Oh yeah, that is true. So most animes are gonna stop their production. So
Yeah,
that's happening?
yeah, so some animes who are in the middle of it are just gonna stop for a while.
Yeah,
Oh.
I'm just gonna wait.
Why? Is it because of
Not for
Corona?
Samir.
Yeah, because of the corona.
Yeah.
Since ever you need to be in the studios to actually do the work, and
Yeah.
no one wants to spread it.
So I'm not even gonna bother until this is all over.
Although, good on you for stopping production for this very serious case.
Yes.
Yeah. I guess.
Soul's out here like, I guess.
I wanted something to watch.
Yo, once again, Soul's like, why do I still gotta go to work though?
Yeah.
And I got no problem with it because I do have like a bundle of anime that I haven't watched literally over there on my shelf.
I mean, I don't think anyone will ever run out of anime, but I think it sucks for people who are looking forward to certain animes. Like, I wonder if there's a new season of Kaguya-sama coming out soon. And I guess that'll probably that's probably gonna get pushed back a little bit. But as for my week's been pretty chill. I've been playing a slew of games. I think too many because I've been having some really weird dreams, but we're not gonna get into that. I played Project Resistance for the first time earlier this week. Really fun game. Highly recommend it. If you guys like Resident Evil, if you like the style of Resident Evil, and you like Left 4 Dead, it's very similar to Left 4 Dead, more so than Friday the 13th because it's all cooperative based. And I'm not gonna lie, there's been certain matches where it's like this character feels hella overbalanced. Like I think one of the abilities that because each mastermind has a tyrant. And the tyrant they give Alex Wesker is this giant like fungus, and it doesn't move; it just plants itself, and you can plant it right where like in this narrow hallway where people have to go through, and it will stay there and just take up time. So I think that was a little unbalanced in how it can like insta kill you. And I mean, don't get me wrong, like when you get insta killed and it sees you like gulping down the body, like there's some nice shots in there, but it's kind of weird. It's kind of weird, not gonna lie. I've also been playing a lot of Sonic Unleashed, G-Shout cover your ears. And honestly, I loved the Werehog growing up, and I went back to play it, and honestly, I can confirm I still enjoy the Werehog. The only thing is that it seems like FPS dips are really consistent at times when you're doing a lot of like the crazier attacks. And I mean, I guess it makes sense because I mean, at that time, new engine, really strong. Which is why we need a PC port of this game, Sega, if you're listening. But overall, the daytime stages are solid. The music is just as good as I remember it, and the Werehog's gameplay, once you get all of its combos, is actually a whole lot of fun. So there's that.
I want to clarify that I don't have any problems with Unleashed. It's just I wish the Werehog stages weren't so long. That's basically my only gripe with the game.
I think a lot of people.
Maybe the final battle. The final battle is kind of bullshit, but that's just me.
I think what a lot of people didn't like about the Werehog was that the fact that it was Sonic who was doing this, and they kind of felt at that point Sega would just wanted to like stick to only Sonic and just do whatever to Sonic. And I mean, I will admit the whole transformation thing and the whole gruesome like fur and spiked cleats and howling, it's a little extra, but
Can we say how a lot of people died during Unleashed, but no one talks about it?
oh yeah, because the world split in half,
People are dead.
or like split.
A lot of people are dead. Sonic's like, whatever, chili dog, let's go.
Chili dogs.
Yo, to be fair, over the years, I'm sure Sonic, like between like the Space Colony arc and like a bunch of other games up to that point, like Heroes, all the ships that explode, I'm pretty sure Sonic has seen like thousands of people die. You think he's just dumb to it?
I don't think he just cares. He's like, whatever, they're not animals.
They couldn't run fast enough. Oh my gosh, they're not animals.
It's the truth.
It's the truth, man.
Bro, frickin' yo, that's why during Sonic Adventure 1, when he's in Station Square, he does not care at all that chaos has flooded this entire town and murdered like everyone. He does not care.
Oh yeah, that is true.
Although when he goes back in time and he sees the Echidna beat up the Chow, he's like, that's unforgivable.
So like, it's okay for all these people to die, but then motherfucking Chip, that we just barely met like 2 minutes in, he's like, nope, best friend.
Yeah, when you put it like that, that's great.
Always remember, kids, Sonic approves of genocide.
Oh, go.
What's what I'm playing? I'm playing more Persona 5. I did Futaba's Palace boss fight on stream today. I won't spoil it for anyone who hasn't played Persona 5, of course, but the boss fight, they have changed a few things. I think they actually made this boss fight easier, so anyone who hasn't gotten to it yet will actually enjoy it a bit more, because it's very weird, but Futaba's a lot more involved. That's all I'm gonna say.
I thought it was easy the first time.
Yeah, it wasn't one of the harder ones. And what else have I done? I recently finished watching How I Met Your Mother. I watched all 9 seasons between March 1st and like I finished it on like Monday. And I actually really enjoyed that show. That show was actually really good.
So how do you feel about the ending?
Bro.
Hold up. we're not talking about the ending. All right?
It's not.
Because well, not because it's apparently, as far as what I'm hearing from you guys, it doesn't sound that positive. But your boy was watching How I Met Your Mother a long time ago. I was heavily binging it until Netflix took it all down and put it back up, and then I kind of fell off. I honestly don't know where I left off, but I would like to finish it. I'm assuming I still have a decent amount of episodes, and as we know, that show is great as an episodic thing. I'm not surprised that, as far as what you guys are saying, that you don't.
Is that
know
show
what
good?
that-
Like, I haven't watched
It's
it.
it's
Oh, it's
really
phenomenal.
good. It's really good.
It's phenomenal. Man. As far as like I said, as far as like an episodic little sitcom type of show, man,
Yeah.
that's top tier.
Because I've been trying to watch like more sitcoms, so I've been really into The
Bro.
Office on Netflix. So
I can't do The Office. That's weird.
The Office is
is
really
good.
good, especially the early episodes.
Really? I thought
yeah.
man, I thought it was dry as shit. Maybe I
Try,
gotta.
Oh,
give
it's
it a
pretty
chance.
funny.
You should try Parks and Rec.
Which one?
Parks and Rec.
Parks and Rec.
Recreation.
Yeah.
Parks and Recreation.
Really good.
I don't think I've heard of that one.
It's like The Office, but like
Is that
not
the
as
one-
dry at the beginning.
What's the guy's name? What's that guy from?
Aziz Ansari.
What's that guy's name?
Wait,
Dang,
who?
I can't remember it. I'm having a blank.
All
The
right,
guy
so
from never mind. Go ahead, carry on.
okay,
Anyway, you should
so-
watch it if you're looking for shows to watch.
is that what Blake was talking about? He's looking for shows to watch.
No, I was just talking about how I finished How I Met Your Mother because I watched it. I binged the entire thing back in like 2015 ish. But once I had my jaw surgery and I was looking for things to watch again, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go back to this because I really liked it. Season 1, I don't know, I wasn't a huge fan of season 1, but every season after that felt really good. Season,
like it.
I think season
Wait, is-
9 is my least favorite though.
Is the entire thing on Netflix?
The entire thing is on Netflix. All 9 seasons are on there.
Okay,
At least
I need to
Canadian
find
Netflix.
out. Oh yeah, I keep
I
on
don't-
forgetting you
I don't
guys
know
have a
if-
different Netflix than
Yeah,
us.
I don't-
VPN up.
I don't know if there's gonna be a huge difference there.
Oh, there actually is in regards to the catalog, licensing, and all that shit. Because I do remember recommending someone's something on Netflix, and they said that's not on my Canadian Netflix. I was like, what the fuck?
Mhm.
So
Oh, Michael Cera. That's what I was trying to think of. But I think that's Arrested Development. Never mind.
That's Arrested Development.
Yeah, that's another show that I gotta watch too.
Yeah, in conclusion, the ending, I won't say anything because Riku hasn't seen it, but it's definitely, the show is more about the journey than the destination.
oh, it's one of those.
It's definitely one of those.
Oh yeah.
I got
No, I'm very
I got
interested.
caught
Wild
in my
ride.
feels just a little bit.
I'll tell you what I'm watching on Netflix. Oh my god, Ozark.
Beastars?
Oh man, I
guys
have to
are-
watch season 2.
If you guys have been like, I don't know if the type of people you guys follow on social media, but Ozark season 3 apparently dropped and the internet exploded. Ozark has been around for quite a while apparently. I've heard of it, but I didn't know anything about it until my friend starts screaming, "Go watch Ozark now!" And people saying it's better than Breaking Bad and all this shit. I'm like, Jesus Christ, okay, I'm gonna go and watch this Ozark. One fucking episode. First of all of these I think all of the episodes are an hour long.
Yeah.
I'm not really a fan of 40 hour long shows because I'm an anime guy, so like 20 minutes and I'm out of there, But yeah, so this 40 to hour shit that these Netflix shows be doing, I'm like, oh god, I'm gonna be here for. It feels like I'm there for an eternity, especially if I'm not like interested in it. But man, Ozark kicks off in like the first 20 minutes of its hour.
Yep.
And it's
Yeah.
fucking fire, man. It's fire. If you like Breaking Bad, man, watch Ozark. That show is so good. Every single fucking episode so far. I think I'm on like 6 right now.
Mhm.
Fire.
Yeah, season 1 was like that. That was almost a perfect season.
Yeah.
Got some, a little bit of gay stuff, but
Oh my god.
Ain't nothing wrong with
By
that.
the way, fuck Wendy. Fuck
Oh,
Wendy.
yeah.
Oh my god. Fuck Wendy. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh,
Yeah,
and
the
shout
red
out to
hair,
Riku for putting me
freckle.
on to you. I binged both seasons in like less than a week.
Hey, let's go.
That
Yo-
show, man.
Yo,
Holy-
Blake, have you seen you?
You like YU or like
YOU, like me and you, like you.
me?
I am you,
like
no.
I mean, no.
I am you.
I've
telling
never
you.
heard of this
I
show?
am telling you, Blake.
Is it on?
One episode.
Is it an anime?
One episode and you're fucked, my guy. That's
Yeah.
all you're gonna be watching. That's all you're gonna be watching
Like,
after you finish
his
episode
inner
1. Blake.
monologue is so good.
You and me?
Don't look up anything. Don't look up no synopsis. Just go in there.
That's
and try
how
and
I
figure it
went
out.
blind. I didn't know what
Just
I was
go in
Is it
there
on
blind, my
Netflix?
guy. Yeah, it's on. It should be on Netflix.
Is it on
It's an original,
Canadian
so it should be
Netflix?
on every Netflix. It's an original, so it
Let's
should
see.
be on Netflix.
It's what's it
I need to
called?
watch
It's just called
this.
You.
Yes, YOU.
The way season 2 ended, you know what I'm talking about, Rick.
Oh my fucking
This
god,
motorcycle.
yeah. Oh, that's one of my favorite. I think that is my favorite show on Netflix. Out of the
actually
Netflix
agree.
exclusives,
Wait.
I think it is.
Is it an anime
Yeah.
or is it live action?
No, it's a live action.
Does it have an
I'm not
image
sure
of like
what I've
glasses? Of like broken glasses?
Classes. It has a lot of images, but
Yeah.
I think the main one should be like of the protagonist. Just
Yeah, just a guy just staring
Boy
at
meets girl, boy falls for
Oh,
girl,
no.
boy
For good
kisses
reason.
girl?
I
What?
looked at it. He's holding a knife, so that can be good.
It's so funny.
Listen,
though,
I just
the
need to
main
make sure that this
character-
is the right show, and I'm not clicking on some kind of different show that's not what you guys are talking about.
like I said, if you type in "you Netflix," that should be the one. There shouldn't be anything else that even
Alright.
comes close.
Oh,
So,
you
uh,
versus the wild.
like the acting the main character does is like pretty good.
It's really
Like,
fucking
he's so
good.
calm and cool, but then when he goes over that edge, he just
I'm
completely changes his
gonna
face.
make a. I'm gonna say something here. I was talking to this one girl, right, and she one of her favorite
Don't tell
shows.
me you did it.
No,
Oh,
one of her favorite
no.
shows was this show called Gossip Girl, and she's like, "You should really watch Gossip Girl. It's amazing." Blah, 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 blah. I'm like, "All right, you know what? If I want to continue talking to this chick, let me see what the fuck going on with this Gossip Girl shit,
I've
right?"
been there.
So I watched Gossip Girl. Actually, fucking phenomenal. Like, damn, there's some good shit. And I went back there. I was like, "You did some good shit. You got some taste, girl, and all this shit." And the character that's in you, like the protagonist, he also played a main character in Gossip Girl. And if you know the ending of Gossip Girl, it kind of feels like it's you as a spiritual successor to.
I never watched Gossip Girl. What I heard about it.
Yeah, you should, man. You should, man. Because he really does kind of act the exact same way that he does in you. So you're like, oh shit.
I didn't know he was also. I don't know if
Yeah.
you watched that, but that John Tucker must die. He played the John Tucker's brother.
Oh my god.
Really? Yeah, man. Yeah, that's a good one. I don't really watch those type of shows, but that one I give a thumbs up.
You know, it's funny that you mentioned you started watching because you're talking to a girl. You know, fun fact: the only reason I started watching that time I got reincarnated as a slime was because my now girlfriend was telling me about it, and I was like, "Yeah, I've seen this
Oh,
anime
she got
before."
tased.
And
I could have told you about it, but you didn't want to watch it.
exactly because you did not have
His
boobs.
girl comes along.
Because you don't
His
have
girl-
titties.
his girl
That's what's
comes
going
along.
on.
Okay, I see how.
No,
His
just
girl
show him your
comes along
titties.
and tells him about it.
New type.
Gotta show them them man titties, and then you good.
No, hold up. Now pelvic might be in the
Whip
chat,
out your
Rico. We ain't
dick.
trying.
Come on.
Oh Lord, y'all need to chill.
So we talking about okay. So
that's why.
I think that's it for my week. I think that's all. Yeah, I played. Yeah, I talked about Persona, Sonic. I actually got a split second for the 360 again because that game was amazing. I know you'll see it on Steam and you'll be like, hey, I can try the Steam port. The Steam port is horrible. It is horrible. So don't ever pick it up on Steam. It's unplayable. But the Xbox version is real crispy. Split second is like Need for Speed and Mario Kart having a baby. It's fantastic. But it's to the
Oh, that
point.
sounds lovely.
It's to the point where I think it's by Disney Interactive as well.
Oh,
You can what's what I'm looking for? It's like you get different gauge through like when you drift you get your gauge, or when you pass someone you get gauge, etc. And then once you have enough gauge you can do like a level 1 super or a level 2 super. And the level 2
fighting
supers,
game or a racing
it's a racing game. I'll definitely be streaming it sometimes. I'll show you guys. The level 2 supers are ginormous, like super anime looking. Well, I shouldn't say anime looking because it's all unless you count Jump Force as anime, but we'll get to that. So for example, on this one stage, there's an airport where you race around the track, you go into the runway, etc. All the level 1s are like little like explosions here and there, or you can get a helicopter or drop a barrel on someone and their car will explode, stuff like that. But if you have a level 2 super, you can actually blow up the actual airport tower, and then you can change the actual course of the track. Or you can actually use one to call down a plane it's like full of bombs, and the plane explodes on the runway. So it is one of the most intense racing games I've ever played, and it was so good. It was so good. It was definitely a hidden gem on the 360. So if anyone hasn't played Split Second, go play Split Second. It's great. We'll be streaming it at some point.
Sounds really good.
It's a whole lot of fun.
I've actually been sniffing around when it comes to racing games. Like earlier this year? I think it was earlier this year. I played in Platinum Sonic All-Stars Racing Transformed on my Vita. Great fucking game. Not better than Sonic Riders 1 now, but it's a very,
very HD Riders.
I know, right? What the fuck? But yeah, very very good game. I didn't really mess around with the most recent one, but I was a heavy Burnout fan, and Burnout Paradise just wasn't hitting right for me. I'm one of those small people that wasn't really fucking with Burnout Paradise, Burnout Takedown, and Revenge all day, and then Criterion they as far as I heard, Need for Speed into Burnout, and I kind of have been reluctant to play any racer that's not Burnout. So even if Need for Speed is the new Burnout, I still haven't played any Need for Speed. But I'm hearing that Need for Speed Most Wanted is very good. So,
Oh yes.
yeah, I might.
You ever
And I
played
heard
the older like Midnight Club games?
nope, only racing game I've ever.
Oh
I've-
yeah, Most Wanted. That was like the first one I played on PSP. That was fun.
Yeah, you need to hit up Midnight Club. Those games are really fun.
yeah,
Don't play the. I forget the name of it. It's like a green box art to it. Like it's like airbrushed stencil cars with like green as like the main color. Don't play that one.
I think right. Yeah, I think right now when there was a demo of a game that was on the Vita a long time ago, and I fairly enjoyed. It reminded me, and it felt a lot like Burnout. And I know that game is like a heavy mobile game, and then it had a free game Switch. It's called Asphalt, and the Vita game was called Asphalt Injection. So I'm gonna try that one out too. But I heard the Asphalt that came out for the Switch is really fucking good. People were flipping. I think what's his name? Blandrew was flipping out about it.
There's an Asphalt game on Switch?
Yeah, ASPHALT. I don't know which one it is. I think it's like Asphalt 9 or 10. There's been a lot of them, but majority of them have
I
been
had
on.
one on the DS and I really liked it.
Yeah. I mean, critically, I heard the critics fucking hate that franchise. They wanted to burn.
So it's a difficult game.
Why though?
I don't know. I played the one on Vita, and it was really fucking good. I was like, holy shit, it feels like Burnout. But I never bought it. So. Racing games.
Racing games, yeah. Inclusion,
Racing,
play
huh?
Split Second. I think that's basically it. We've been here for half an hour already, just talking about a week, so we're gonna get right into the podcast topics for this week. So starting off the podcast topics, we've got Resident Evil 4 remake rumored. Actually, I think this is less of a rumor and more of, I think Capcom greenlit the Resident Evil 4 remake project, I think is what the article said. But in short, Capcom, it came out through a journal site, like these things normally do, that people were looking for like job postings and stuff for Resident Evil 4 remakes. So it's been a matter of it's likely going to happen, because I think it said like 2022 is when it's slated for. Now us in the Resident Evil fandom are like, Resident Evil 4 is great. Please don't ruin it.
Why would you do this?
Yeah, it's like you could have remade Zero, like Code Veronica X. Even 1 got remade. You could do it again just because it's not 4. Like
A remake.
I play Resident Evil 4. I think it's a great game. I don't think it deserves a remaster, or not a remake though.
No, it deserves a
Kind of
remaster,
like-
but not a remake.
Well, actually, that's the thing. I corrected myself because the damn thing's been remastered like
I was like 18 times.
18
Like
gazillion
even on
times.
PC by fans, it's being like it's getting a full HD texture remap of the whole game, like down to even like, the chickens and shit. Everything is getting remastered for that game.
I just find it funny that Resident Evil 4, like a game, because no matter what, if you have any console released in the last like 10 years, you can play Resident Evil 4 possibly on all of them. It was
It is
on went from
definitely
GameCube,
Skyrim
went from
for them.
GameCube to
Which,
PS2.
you know, it's crazy. Nobody says stop releasing Resident Evil 4, unlike Skyrim.
Oh, you're right.
That's because people can beat Resident Evil 4. When did Resident Evil 4 come out on the original Xbox or just 360?
It came out on a GameCube.
Came out on GameCube,
yeah,
then it went to
GameCube,
PS2.
PS2. I don't think it came out for Xbox.
No, initial for I think a year it was a GameCube exclusive. Which, if you find a copy of Resident Evil 4 on GameCube, it still has the only 4 logo on it.
Hmm.
And I will say this about the
It's like the
GameCube
red case
version.
too, right?
I will say this about the GameCube version. It still looks really good from screenshots.
Yeah, like it's still a very good looking
Actually,
game.
pretty impressive.
The worst version of the game is the PS2 one.
Oh
It's-
god, yeah.
Character models don't have noses. They use like videos of the GameCube version's cutscenes to the PS2 version. That's how bad it was. That removal laser is still fun.
It's funny when
Because it was kind of like pick your poison. Because I don't think the GameCube controller was really.
now the
No,
chainsaw controller. Let me tell you about the chainsaw controller though.
So you gonna buy one?
Oh, no,
Chainsaw controller unboxing.
chainsaw controller unboxing. We're gonna be playing Smash Ultimate with it. Let's go.
Oh shit!
Were there any motion controls used in that controller?
No, the Chainsaw GameCube controller was made before the Wii was the thing.
Now the Wii version. Can we talk about how they ported this game to Switch with no gyro?
Oh right, they did.
From what I heard, Resident Evil with gyro is the best way to play Resident Evil. I haven't experienced it firsthand, but a lot of people that I know say the same thing. The gyro for Resident Evil is just so much good.
I remember a lot of people loved 5 with the Move controllers.
Like, wait, for PS4?
PS3.
PS3? Oh,
Wait. Yeah,
The PS3 version had move support.
I didn't
Yeah.
know that. Jeez. I know
Thanks.
the port of 5 and 6
Maybe it
on
was
Switch has
PS4.
gyro.
I don't know. It was like that gold version. Oh, you know what it was? It was that stupid gun that you attached that came with like Killzone. No, Resistance.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
'Cause my uncle had one, and he was like, "Hey, you want this?" And I was just like, "No, good."
I know you put the Move controller inside of it.
This is true. You did.
It's kind of like a zapper.
Ain't no
Yeah,
reason.
well, all it did was just made the game more awkward to play. Killzone 3 ain't an arcade shooter. It's a full blown Call of Duty
I
style
think it was
campaign.
Resistance, not Killzone, that came with that thing.
Well, my point still stands. Neither of those games really work well with the thing because the thing to me is clearly designed for an arcade shooter. Where
I don't
you're
know.
pointing at the screen.
I remember back in heavy, because I'm a heavy Killzone fan. I remember back when Killzone 3 came out and people started using that move shit, they were actually fucking a lot of people up.
Yeah, a lot of people love that. I never heard any bad things about it.
Yeah. It's actually, I think
Really,
really
people
games
were
actually
using
did
that
it.
multiplayer.
Yeah, in multiplayer. Like they were running, like, some people would avoid. Yeah, well, that was only like the stages, the main stages. Like, yeah, I think during the leaderboards it would show if someone was using a move controller, a move sharpshooter.
Then you know you
They
really
were always
bad.
they were always just like
I
heavily
don't think I could
positive.
live that down. I don't think I could live that down knowing somebody beat me with the jank
Bro,
ass,
imagine if a quick
space
if,
ice cream.
Imagine freaking
But
quick.
remember, the move controller is pretty accurate on the shit. So
It
all I gotta
actually
do
is.
is point
I
and
know,
shoot.
it's space ice cream. If somebody beat me with space ice cream, I can't live that shit down. I'm gonna feel embarrassed. Like, man's really
Imagine you
beat me
go
at
you
this-
go to quick play on Smash Ultimate and it tells you the person you're playing is using the Joy-Con tilted sideways.
Not even. Oh, they're using the freaking Poke.
The
Let's go
Pokeball
ball.
Plus.
Using that Pokeball Plus and they beat you. Like, how are you F tilting into up smash? Explain.
I'd love to see that.
So someone's gonna do it, playing Dark Souls with just the Pokeball controller. I mean, it's got a dodge button, so
There's
I mean,
already
Hey,
beat
Blake,
Dark
that
Souls.
sounds like a great idea for a stream.
no, I'm good.
Ain't somebody beat Dark Souls using a banana? Or is it Bloodborne?
I heard about that.
Yeah, okay. Riku knows what I'm talking about. Fucking, I'll never forget the article. I was in high school. Me and my friends were sitting in the library. My friend goes, "Yo, let me use the computer real quick." Sure. Check this out. It's Bloodborne, but somebody beat it day one with a Rock Band guitar. I felt bad at video games for the rest of the week. Like, so bad.
as in when the game first launched.
Yeah, like I was
What?
in school when that happened. Fucking
Yeah, that's
FromSoft fans are a new breed.
That's crazy. So yeah, hopefully. So what do we? How does Capcom not make the 4 remake bad? Or let me phrase that.
Keep the controls and everything the same. Add like new good areas, and we're good.
I would say the voice acting might be better.
Well, I mean, the
But
voice
not a lot
acting
of
in
people prefer
in
the
2 and
original
3.
voice acting.
Bro, freaking Leon. Hey, where's everybody going?
Monsters.
Bingo.
Bingo. Hey, it's that dog.
It's that dog.
Sadler, you're canceled.
Keep the things from the island, but take away the island.
Yeah, no, take away JJ.
Yeah, he's alright.
I didn't like JJ.
Can they? Yeah. Well, they have to.
Double down on the Chainsaw Men. Give us dual wielding Chainsaw Men.
The only reason I can think of that they're doing a remake of 4 is because a lot of people adored the remake of 2, got a lot of new people into the series, and they probably like Leon and Ada. And 4, I think, is the next canonical. Well, no, I think Ada's in Code Veronica.
She's not.
She's not.
Her next canonical appearance is 4. The next canonical game, it goes 0, 1, 2, Code. No, 0, 1, 2, 3, Code Veronica, then 4, with Operation Javier in between. We don't talk about Operation Javier.
Well, okay.
Eh.
So, I don't know. It seems a lot of people are more so worried because of how the Resident Evil 3 turned out, and a lot of hardcore fans don't like that a lot of content was more or less cut from the game. So there's worry that
Which,
a 4 remake would cut content.
I don't get that at all, though. How do you cut content from a PS1 game?
No, it's not cut
Like-
content. No, hold on. It's not cut content if they never planned to put it in the first place. They would have to made it for the new game before they
Have it
tried.
in the game.
Yeah. It's a remake, therefore they don't have to put everything in.
Question.
Shoot.
I heard the Resident Evil 3 remake isn't necessarily done by the exact same team that handled the Resident Evil 2
No, it was
remake.
there was 2 different teams. One
So-
for remake 2 and remake 3.
So
and they were
question
going
is,
on more at the same time.
so question is, which team is handling 4?
Hopefully both
I
will.
believe it's 3.
I
I believe.
Yeah, because isn't another one working on 8?
I think
Yeah, so apparently
Which
Resident Evil
probably
8 was
explains why-
2021.
Because
No,
man, I've been hearing a lot of people scream and complain about how cheap some of the stuff in Resident Evil 3 is, and I heard none of that during Resident Evil 2. So yeah, that's not a good sign for Resident Evil 4 if they
Right.
try to do any of that cheap shit
Well,
there.
wasn't Nemesis like chasing you throughout the entire game? Wasn't that the gimmick of the original version of the game?
Yep. In the original version, Nemesis was more imposing. Like, Mr. X was locked to one scenario in 2 areas, and you fought him as a boss at the end. In 3, Nemesis was everywhere. We're talking... There was a scene... It's an infamous scene from RE3 nobody can forget. You're about to walk into the save room in the Raccoon City Police Department after you leave the main hall, and Nemesis crashes through the window by the save room and just chills outside the door, waiting for you. Like, I can do this all day. And I think he has an RPG at that time, too.
Yeah, I will say
So
though,
it's just all
his
bad.
RPG, like when for anyone who hasn't seen it, when he comes in 3 with the RPG, he like drops down from the sky all covered in fire because you would just lit him on fire previously at the top of the building, and he drops a giant case, like the case like drops down like it's a freaking super robot weapon, and the case like makes the smoke and like the sound as it opens, and then he grabs the rocket launcher and he looks at you and just goes stars. Bro, man got super extra with that. But
I wonder why we still have yet to receive any kind of port or anything regarding Code Veronica.
I don't know, but I think
I
a lot
mean,
of people
but-
just didn't like the game, I guess.
I mean,
No,
the
but
Like, I
Sure.
get it was
It's
only
the
on the
hardest
Dreamcast,
classic.
but
It's the hardest classic Resident Evil. No? Code Veronica was on Dreamcast, PS2, and PS3 and Xbox 360.
Yeah, it was on 360 because
Nice.
Code Veronica is actually backwards compatible on Xbox One, but I took a look at the gameplay and said, "Nah, I'm good."
You're not about the fixed camera life. It's okay. You still like Resident Evil.
So yeah, I guess we've basically talked enough about 4. So they also put Jill in Project Resistance. Like I said, Project Resistance is a fun game. A lot of people don't like it because I guess Capcom or Resident Evil fans
It's
don't
the
like
same
change.
kind of. It's the same kind of problem with when it came to Metal Gear Survive. It feels like we're milking in on the Left 4 Dead formula just to make money.
Nah, from what I've seen,
See-
Resistance actually looks really fun.
Yeah, Resistance is like, because if you're
But-
you're a fan of Resident Evil, then you'll be a fan of it, because Resistance has so many Easter eggs and stuff, and I would not be surprised if they actually make some of the Resistance characters canon, because they actually have a lot of backstory to them.
Just like the whatchamacallit, Resident Evil Outbreak character.
And they do plan on like supporting it for the game for a long time. So
I'm pretty sure the game's a lot better than Survive. I'm just saying.
I don't know. Survive was like shit.
Yeah, I think
on the moment of release.
yeah, well, wasn't Survive's thing also is that they had just kicked out Kojima as well?
they kicked out Kojima and tried to do some dumb bullshit with
So
zombies.
that in and of itself,
You had to pay to save your fucking to have multiple saves for your fucking game. Like,
Which is awful.
see, keep in mind, Project Resistance is not a bad game by any means. The way the loot box system in the game works is that you have a set amount of loot boxes per tier you can get, and it's always random what you get, but you can't get duplicates. So one way or another, after you've opened, say there's only 24 loot boxes in tier 1, you will have every item from tier 1. So in that respect, you're always in the same level as people who have gotten to that point in the game as well.
which I personally think other games should have done that as well. Overwatch.
Bro, nothing pisses
It's
me
all
off more than
cosmetic
getting
in Overwatch.
than getting
Wait,
doubles.
what are the loot boxes in Resistance, anyways?
What are they? They're different. Well, there's 2 different. Like, you can get cosmetic loot boxes, which will get you different costumes for your characters. Or you can go for I guess the utility is the word I'll use. They can give you like weapon upgrades or stuff like that.
and this applies for whatever you're playing as a survivor,
Yeah.
mastermind, I guess you call them.
And the more you play a certain character, the more experience that person will get. So, for example, you might start off only being able to equip 1 attachment. Now you can equip 2 or 3, however many levels you play with them. So it rewards you playing the same character. I play the healer because her playstyle is really simplistic and it vibes with me. And no one ever wants to play healer because you know how these games go. So I really like her
Healers in
playstyle.
Overwatch is fun.
You say that, but I
That's
mean,
true.
I don't see anyone play Mercy anymore.
I don't
I'm
think
just
anybody
saying
played it.
comparatively to like other.
The new
games.
type, you gotta chill, bro.
Nah, I'm with you type on this one. Like, who actually still plays Overwatch?
This is true though.
Listen,
The
me and my
only person-
siblings.
The only person I know that still plays Overwatch is Lady Velvet.
The only latest news
How
I heard from
big is it?
Overwatch was that they made a new canon that the coronavirus is now canon to
Yeah.
Overwatch. And
Yeah.
they made a new character
Wow.
around it. And I'm just like, who cares?
Oh my fucking
They
god.
they made it canon to
Yeah,
Overwatch.
yeah,
They made
it
canon. They made like this new character that like revolves around her and shit.
That's no.
Hold up, wait. I
Just
need to see if I can find that
who cares?
exact tweet. I need to see if I
Why would
can
you
find,
do
if I can
that?
find that
It's
exact
so
tweet.
lame.
Why would you do
dumb.
that?
Yeah, okay. Healing stream engaged. Read the courageous story of Wei Wei, a Chinese doctor inspired by Mercy in the fight against COVID-19.
You deadass.
Yes,
like-
they've done this.
You could have done literally anything else except that. Hell,
Listen.
you could have done with like Mercy. Was it Mercy? Yeah, Mercy. A couple months ago, where they like, hey, buy this skin, we'll donate it to. I think it was like breast cancer or something. You could do the same thing
Yeah,
for
you
this,
gotta-
but no. Stupid bullshit.
To be fair, that Mercy skin was like $20 as well, and it was just one skin. It wasn't like a donate however much you want sort of thing. It was a little pricey.
That's nasty.
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know what to go off by that. But hey, Jill's gonna be DLC and Ari Resistance. She's gonna have her own skills, which leads me to believe that if they do intend to support this over the years, we might even get like Chris in the game. If they do remake 4, we might get Leon from that as well, or Leon from Resident Evil 2, maybe even Claire. They can really like make this like not a Capcom, not a Resident Evil like all-star game. But like they
This
can.
game doesn't die.
Well, I mean, hey, it's our
Muso.
stop.
Muso.
I can see them making like Wesker a mastermind, and then his tyrant is just Wesker from the end of 5 when he's chasing Chris
Wesker summons Wesker.
and dodging bullets. I remember my first boss fight was with him. Rabbit's like, don't try to shoot him, he'll just dodge. I'm like, what? And I shot a bullet at him. He's like Michael Jackson, like, just like dodging all these bullets. And I'm like, how is he doing this? Like, he's freaking busting a move. And then he flash steps in front of you and like chokes you out. So they could definitely put Wesker in the game.
This man handles you.
So moving on to our next topic. So there's a new Nintendo Switch firmware update out, which allows you to remap your Joy-Con buttons to literally anything you want. And that's kind of weird.
Was that not a thing before?
No, you couldn't button remap anything.
That's okay.
Unless the game specifically supported button remapping, like Smash Bros. But now, for example, if you can go into your controller settings, and if you have your Joy-Cons A and B buttons reversed, every time you play on a Switch, whether or not it's your Switch or someone else's, those buttons will be reversed. So if you really wanted to, you could be a dick and like really jack up your controller and give it to someone, and then just confuse the
here you go.
Now, on one hand, you might think it's pointless, but there are quite a bit of games that don't have a option to remap control your controller at all.
Right.
So this is actually a cool idea. I don't think it's there's going to be a very, very few times where you'll want to use it. But it's harmless.
I am the type of person that will always, I don't give a fuck what genre it is. Every time I turn on a game, the first thing I do is go to the options and look for control configuration. Because I would say at this point in my life, there is a 60% chance that the default layout, there's something that the developers put, a certain button, action somewhere that I don't agree with.
Triangle
60% of the time. Triangle, like in Gundam Versus, and for example, triangle is melee and square is shoot. No, we're not doing that.
I got used to that.
Yeah, you can get used to it, but man, I was like, if I can change it, I will, and I did.
Primarily
That's
because
nice.
I played a lot of Gundam vs. Ada Gundam as a kid.
Yeah, I was like, no, we in fucking using square to shoot in anything unless it's like Mega Man.
Yeah, like, you must have lost your damn mind if you think I'm gonna use that default setup.
Yeah, so it's like, when
I think a more fucked up example is, of course, shout out to Colossus. That game is a triangle button to jump.
Yeah, triangle
for
jump.
some
Jesus.
goddamn
That's
I
nice.
heard in the remake they allowed you to change the controls, which is good.
Oh, you can change it in the original version too.
Wow.
I don't remember it being okay. If you say so, I'll take your word for it. But I don't remember that being the case. But PlayStation back in like 2015, was it? That's when they I remember when PlayStation cared about their updates and they would name them after samurai daimyos. So they had one. I think the update that they had was called Update Yukimura, and that one was the one where they had to control config any game you want. So it's cool that Nintendo's doing it as well. That's great. Because, like I said, sometimes when you turn on the game, they don't have control config. I start flipping the fuck out. So I'm like, all right, that's the first thing I do is go to fucking the console's control config and change it myself. But the problem with PlayStation Zone is the fact that whatever you change, not only changes it for the game, it changes it for everything. So if I made square equal x and x equals square, when I press the PlayStation button, I go to my messages and whatnot. Square is still X and X is still square. I don't fucking like that. I'm like, why the fuck? So it's just like,
Y'all had it. Y'all had it. And you fucked it up.
The
Yeah,
point. Here's
yeah,
us.
yeah. So it's. I mean, with all you have to do is hold the PlayStation. You can configure the way your quick menu is set up on PlayStation, and you can have it to where you can just check and uncheck a box for your customized controls. So it's cool that you can swap it on the go. But the fact is that always fucking irked me. And I hope, as far as what I'm seeing, what Nintendo's doing, they look like they've put a lot of more effort into this than PlayStation has in regards to. You have don't you have like 5 different profiles that you can set up for different games and shit?
Yeah.
And you can
I
swap them
wish
too
that
for you.
PlayStation did that. Oh, by the way, that was one of the Vita's last updates was control config, so the Vita can do that as well. I fucking love that shit there because there's a lot of Japanese games on Vita that use X for circle and circle for X. I just swap
You're
it
just
there.
like, no, none of it.
Super Robot Wars is famous for doing that. Although with T, they switched it up and they made X the confirm.
Yeah.
And that
Yeah, because
confused
they
the hell out of me.
Because I think it's because that was a smart decision because they probably knew a lot of people from the West are going to buy the game because of Cowboy Bebop.
Meanwhile,
Yeah.
I'm over here like, change it back, please.
But yeah, no, I mean that's one thing that I don't. I'll suck it up when it comes to that if I can't. Circle being X and X being circle because those Japanese. Go
I
ahead.
got used to it. I got used
Yeah.
to it. I mean, you kind
that's
of have to. The Japanese work differently than us, so.
Yeah,
Like,
I remember.
it's-
Although I will say this, it did fuck me up when I started playing an American game again, and I pressed circle.
Yeah, if you go back and
Mhm.
forth.
Yep, exactly. Yeah.
I
remember-
It's kind of annoying though when you go from a Xbox controller to the Switch because you'd be thinking X is like where the what is it?
Why
X is in three different. X is in 3 different locations when you bring
Yeah.
Nintendo, PlayStation, and Xbox
Yeah.
into.
It's
Like-
like if you're switching between consoles a lot, then it's going to throw you off completely.
You'll be sitting there like, all right, time to. All right, they say hit the X button. You hit the X button where it is on a different controller.
Yeah.
That.
That's what
that's
my Xbox friend. I was like, when he comes over and he's playing PlayStation, I was like, hit the X button. He I smack him in the back of the head. You damn Xbox!
Oh, and
no.
the QuickTime events. I remember growing up playing QuickTime events. I'm like, oh shoot, I ain't never played on this.
Lord.
Oh damn.
Oh Lord, I hated those. I think the only game I didn't have problem with QuickTime events. No, I had a lot of problems with QuickTime events in Shenmue because I'd played that after playing an Xbox. So when I saw like a green Y button, that threw my head off completely. I was like, wait.
Wait. Wasn't that based on the Dreamcast controller?
I used to.
Yeah, but it's like the color and the button threw me off. So I was like,
They
that doesn't
didn't
make sense.
change. Wait, they didn't change. I understand that
Because
the
no-
Dreamcast today has the same button map out as the Xbox controller, but they didn't bother to change the color.
No, like because the shit like when I went from playing on an Xbox at my sister's house to playing Shenmue. So when I saw the buttons in Shenmue, I was just like, wait, B button isn't blue. What you mean? Cut that
Bring it-
out.
They
Bring it-
didn't change the Dreamcast button.
Bringing it back to
Wow.
Tell people that.
bringing it back to QuickTime events and control config. There was one funny story I have where, like I said, I'm always changing my controls and shit. So one game I can't remember what game it was, but one game did not allow me to change the controls, and I changed it myself. But this is one game that had QuickTime events. So man, was I fucked when the game said when the game said press square. My square equaled X, so I had to press X when square popped up. And it said press triangle. I'm like, wait,
fine.
what did I make triangle? I think I made it L2. Correct. I'll press circle. Wait, what did I make circle? I think I made circle L1. Wrong. You made it R2. I fucking
Oh,
My
I
guy.
was making it like 2 times harder for myself. I was like, Jesus
Oh my
Christ.
Nah,
Yo.
when games tell you to press a certain attack and they refer to default controls, you'd be like, why though?
Oh yeah, that's oof.
Yeah,
you
I'm,
talking
What
about?
gave me the hardest time for QuickTime events was freaking Ninja Blade. Like, oh my god.
No, I know what you're talking about, Sosuke. In when games they have a tutorial, and the tutorial is a screenshot instead of it being
Oh yeah, it's just
Yeah.
picture.
instead of it being active in regards to whatever you change your controls to. So if you change your control to square equals jump in the tutorial, it should say press square to jump. But no, it'll be like the screenshot will still say press X to jump. That's the lazy shit.
It'd be like, oh, we were basing us off the default control since we didn't think people would want their own experience.
I'm looking at you, Devil May Cry series. Triangle from Melee.
Devil May
Yeah,
Devil May
that's
Cry
something I
3,
wish changed.
This
I wish
is
changed.
referring to default controls. I don't like.
I was so happy when I made it to Devil May Cry 3 and they had control config. I was like, oh, they understand. This is why Devil May Cry 3 is fucking lit. They understand me.
Yeah, especially like when like in 4 and 3 when like 4 has like mapping for multiple characters.
Oh, that's lit. I haven't played 4 yet.
You have specific controls for Dante, Virgil, Trish, and Lady, and Nero. So everybody has their own way of playing.
That is lit. That is lit, man. That's lit.
It's so good.
I'm really tempted to like mess with the controls on my Switch and then hand to someone and give them Bayonetta 2 and just say just have some fun.
Ah, you asshole.
Wow.
It says click X, L2. So click Y,
Why are
L3.
Why are you like this?
But I don't know if anyone here has played Breath of the Wild, but there's something with Breath of the Wild where it's really difficult to run and jump at the same time. But now
it is.
with Switch
anymore.
button config, you can actually edit that. So you can make the jump button, or you can make the run button. What, the run button's like what, X, I think?
I think it's X, yeah.
Yeah, so you can swap it to Y. But then I think that makes X your melee button.
Oh, that's gonna make skateboard, shield boarding way better.
Yeah,
You can make
so
it like Tony Hawk.
there's a whole lot of other ways to do it. But mapping aside, data miners have found information on new Switch consoles. Before everyone says this is going to be Switch Pro, it's the only way. From what the model data has said from the tweet. Actually, let me look at the tweet again. Firmware 10.0.0 adds preliminary support for a new hardware model, NX ABCD. 3 of the new DRAM profiles are for this new hardware type, and there's evidence for a secondary model of sorts being added exclusively on this model. So what a lot of people are theorizing now is that's not a Switch Pro, but it's a Nintendo Switch model that can only be on the TV to coincide with the Switch Lite. So this model will only be docked. It'll output what dock mode does. So like 1080p certain times, 720p most times, etc. And you basically it's got like a little dock with a little chipset, and you plug it in the top, and boom, Bob's your uncle. It only supports.
I have an Ethernet installed.
Yeah. That could also be very high as well. Have an Ethernet. Might have a few more USB ports, maybe some more USB 3.0 ports. But it wouldn't support Joy-Cons on the actual console themselves, because there wouldn't be a console to have. So that's like the big suspicion. But
It can come with a Pro controller.
Oh yeah, they could bundle with a Pro controller and then go from there. And then that's a very accurate claim there. So I mean, there is that. But what interests me is when he says there's evidence of a secondary model of sorts being added exclusively. So that almost sounds like a gamepad feature, and I'm like,
Oh no, please no.
Listen. It would be cool if for games like Mario Maker, you could like link another Switch up to it, and then you could use the touch screen on one hand and then play it on the TV or whatnot on the other hand, because that was a really cool feature with the Wii U, and then that could get around with like ports like Chronicles X and whatnot. But if I don't know, it seems like a really weird thing to patent.
But why though?
Yeah,
I was
the
gonna say,
whole
what's the point of this?
The whole point of the Switch, the whole marketing behind the Switch was that it was a
Take it on the go.
portable handheld with the power of a 360, basically.
I'm gonna be
Maybe
real-
pre PS4.
I'm gonna be real with you.
Why make two models for like one on the go and one not on the go?
Okay, I'm gonna
What's
be
the
real
point?
with you. I don't really care about the on-the-go feature. I'm never gonna take it with me. So honestly, something like this is perfect for me.
Well, what I'm saying is that's the whole fucking
Okay,
selling point.
but
So
I
what's the
don't
point?
care.
I understand what you're coming from, G-Shadow, when it's called the Nintendo Switch, not the Nintendo Take and Nintendo Stay at Home. Like,
I think Nintendo realizes too.
I'm
that
gonna
people don't care about it,
Nintendo
so that's
go
probably-
home.
Could be potentially why they're doing this.
Like, I'm with you on this new type because I barely take my Switch anywhere too. But what I'm saying is, just why?
I think
What's
I
the
think
point?
I think what the issue I think why they're doing it is because they might. A lot of people, it might be nice. It's always better to have more options than less. And if you go to buy a Switch and the sales clerk says, "Would you like a Switch Lite, or a Switch Heavy?" Let's Let's just go with
Heavy.
that.
Is that what they call it?
I don't know, man. I don't know what it's gonna be called.
Sandwich, make me strong.
This is the console, not Starbucks.
Grande.
And then, but I know a lot of people who are like, well, I don't have any reason to take this on the go with me, so why would I spend the extra money? And I'm like, well, I mean, you could do this, or price factor might be another thing. Like, if people want it just to play at home, like, I'm real. I use my Switch a lot in handheld mode because I find it's really nice to be able to like lay down in bed and play with it in my hands, or it's nice to be able to stay on my couch and play with it. So it's nice to have the option. So it probably wouldn't appeal to me, but I know a lot of people that are like console gamers don't really have the need to take it with them or even want the option. And like Newtype said he'd probably never take it with him. So if it's cheaper than the base model, then it'd probably be easier for him to scoop up.
Then yeah, if you don't really care
I
about
doubt
the
it'd be
mobile
cheaper
features,
if they have to include
fine. It's
a
just
and an Ethernet port. So
Well, I mean, Souls. If you think about it this way, if it's the same price as a model that can come and go as it pleases, no one's gonna get the regular model, or the new model rather.
that's the thing. I feel like if anything, it would. If it's just a straight console, I don't see no reason why it can't be a little bit stronger.
Well, I mean, if they make it a little bit stronger, then that would divide. The
Then
fan
you-
base for
Yeah,
us.
that would justify it. Right?
then you have the same scenario as the new 3DS where they would build.
They
To be
went and
fair,
did it anyway.
new 3DS only had like one good exclusive on it.
I think it might be better, but it might be worse at the same time if they did do that, because it's like that is definitely one of the sellers of the Switch is the fact that it's portable. So if they did start making games with that that should only be played dock only, then that's gonna shoot a lot of Switch Lite owners in the foot.
See, I think if they did release another model that's like TV only, I think it'd be the same price as the Switch. And in terms of it being stronger, they actually said that in the data mine, all the models of the Switch have the same chip. So the only reason or the only way they'd be able to make it stronger, I guess, is if they added like some sort of GPU to it, or they added something else to it. But even then, that probably raised the price a little bit. And if it's a at-home only console, and it's stronger than the one that can go on the go, that might make a lot of people upset. Might do more harm, but and I'll be real with you. If they released any form of a stronger Switch that can, if I can play a lot of my Switch games like at 60 frames or higher resolution, I'm gonna jump on that. But if it sacrifices, if it connects and like works with, like, if you can use. Say you own a Switch Lite and you own the TV model, and then like you can like transfer save data between them through the cloud, or if you have the account, then the data transfers naturally. Then I can see that kind of working, but at the same time, you can just buy a Switch and call it. So I don't know. It's a weird situation. All right, I think we basically more or less moved on from that. So we're going to talk about the PS5 controller, not the DualShock 5. No, it is the DualSense. Okay.
I still don't like that name.
On the police.
So
And Blake, it's not the DualSense, it's the DualShock with a bikini. We talked about
why do you keep saying that?
because that's what the internet calls it, and who am I to call the internet wrong?
Why do you keep saying that? That makes me so uncomfortable. What do you mean? It's makes me uncomfortable. Either way, so PlayStation announced just out of nowhere, right after an Xbox Direct, they were just like, hey, Xbox is doing its thing, but look at this controller, and everyone freaked out, and everyone's been talking about it since. There's been lots of different mock-ups of people making like Phantom Thieves Edition, Spider-Man Edition, Uncharted, God of War, etc., etc. Last of Us 2, all those PlayStation exclusives. They've been making cool mock-ups for it, as you do. The controller looks very interesting. It looks like a thicker, more sturdy. It kind of looks like an Xbox controller mixed with like a PlayStation controller.
Fusion.
That
ha.
The one thing
I
that's
personally really like it.
worrying me about it is that I really do not like the sticks on the DualShock 4, and these sticks look like the exact same sticks.
I don't mind the sticks on the PS4. I think
I
it's
never
fine.
minded either. My only real problem is that sometimes it slipped off my hand.
I haven't had that issue.
I think when it came to the sticks, the first batch of DualShock 4s, the durability on the sticks were fucking terrible. But
Now-
over time, it seems like they... Go ahead.
Judging, I posted this in just to give reference to everybody, but judging by the way it looks like it's going to be a tad bit bigger than the DualShock 4. Like around the same size as like an Xbox One controller.
Stop that, Blake.
Stop. Blake, stop. I can.
I'm also
sense your
not the
tremors.
biggest fan of the color scheme. Well,
Yeah, the white and
Like-
black.
what?
What?
The thing that's more jarring to me is the white buttons. Like,
Yeah, they really should have been, the colored triangle, square, X, and circle. They should have at least kept that. And that PlayStation button should have been like the PlayStation logo button as well. That would give it more. That would make it feel more.
It gives it more life.
Yeah.
They look like they can easily fade out.
I mean, they haven't faded out on the previous white controls we had.
Sure.
I mean,
Never say never.
aside from that, the controller, not much really has changed from the PS4's controller, aside from the way it's shaped. I mean, it still has the same little bar. The light's gone from the DualShock 4 Model 2.
I
but
actually like that feature though.
The light
I
bulb?
liked it too. It actually had it actually had some
That's
uses.
right. Now it has USB-C for charging. So hopefully,
I
that
mean,
means
isn't
won't
it
die.
going to light up throughout the lining of it? Maybe like that blue lining. Do you think that part lights up?
Yeah, they did say that the light bar is now on the sides of the touchpad. That's why you see it. It's blue right there.
Yeah, I like it being a little. subtle
looks
that. It's
like-
pretty cool.
The shell looks like an Xbox One shell, which makes me think it's probably going to be bigger than the DualShock 4 was.
Yeah, I can see that.
But other than that, it's pretty much almost identical to the PS4 controller. The only difference is like it's shaped a little bit different, and the buttons are no longer colored; they're just plain white. I guess that was a decision. I guess that was like a cost decision to make it cheaper or something.
I said this on Shadows podcast a while back when we did this, and I'll say it here as well. I am fairly disappointed on the fact that we are moving into yet another generation, and we do not have back paddles as a regular thing on our default controllers. We saw on PlayStation this generation a couple of months ago come up with an attachment for the DualShock 4 to have back paddles. You would assume that they were testing the waters to see, how people like back paddles, because all these other third-party controls like Astro and Scuff and all that shit, they have back paddles. It's like a regular thing. If you come out with
The reason they exist was because pro people like to map their buttons to like get quick response. So if I'm playing Call of Duty, I would want to have my knife button in the back so I could just get ease of access as opposed to like flicking the right stick. And
But here-
I imagine an average gamer would not like that feature. Now, granted, it was optional on the PS4, but I'm glad that it's not like a default thing on this controller because it would have been very awkward to me.
I don't know. I consider myself an average gamer, and when it comes to the back paddles on the Astro controller, to be honest, that right back paddle button, that is my sprint button from now on, bro. Every game I play from now on, that has to be the sprint button. I used it in Sekiro. I even used it in Cold 3. If you have a sprint in your game, that back paddle is now my sprint button. It just feels natural. So.
You can use it with Persona?
Oh yeah, I mean, does Persona have a sprint button?
Sure does.
No, well, I'm mapping it to that right back paddle. But no, I think people would get a use out of it if they had the option. I think a lot more people get used out of it than we got a use out of the fucking touchpad or gyro sensors this gen. So
I think the real main benefit to the back paddle will probably be just for fighting games. Other than that, I can only see it like very limited use in like other things.
it depends, because I mean, you look at games. Games aren't getting less complicated. We're talking about from
More
a
complex.
yeah,
But they're
so
building on the complexities and making them like they said they want to give ease of access to players, but then like they build on complexities and make things even harder for seasoned
The thing is,
So it's just like why do
We've
this?
had pretty much only like the buttons on the PS5 and the Xbox One controller. We had that same layout for over 20 years now. Since
I understand.
PlayStation 1.
I
Granted, the
understand.
N64 was absolutely ridiculous and decided to have like what 7 buttons, but for all the other standard controllers, we pretty much had this exact same layout for over 20 years now.
All I'm saying is
And
that
I feel like if we had more buttons, then we just make more complicated control schemes, and people probably wouldn't like that much.
you say that, but I could have swore I can't remember what game it was. Earlier this year, it might be Neo, but there are many. I felt there's a decent amount of games out there that they have certain action. They have so many certain actions in their game to the point where there isn't enough buttons on the controller to map every action that they have that the characters can do to the current amount of buttons that we have on the controller, forcing the developers to you do what they have been doing this entire time, combinations like R1 and square, R1 and triangle. And after a while, that can get more complicated than actually having just more buttons.
I suppose.
So that I remember I was playing a game. I remember there was one game where that you literally had to choose. You literally could not do the option because the game didn't have enough combinations or what to put it in there. So you had to go to the control config, figure out if this specific action was even useful to you or not, because we don't have enough space or combinations to even fit it on the control. I was like, what the fuck is going on here? And that's when I talked to my friend. See, this is why we need an R. This shit again.
I have never had that issue.
It was the
I can
game. It
agree
wasn't
with
my
you to
fault. It
some
was the
degree.
game. I'm gonna try. Pass.
So, would you say that was an oversight of the game, the developer, or
was-
the controller?
I felt it was everybody's fault.
Oh, motherfuckers are playing.
It was everybody's fault. I was.
Look at this bullshit.
Look at this bullshit.
I'm gonna find out what game it is. I'm gonna let you guys.
I know whenever I play like giant like mod packs for like Minecraft or like Terraria, there's always like they run out of keys on the keyboard and you're like, how do you run out of keys on a keyboard?
That's crazy.
I was like, see this shit all the time, and
I was like,
bro,
ain't no way numpad 8 is bound to anything, and sure enough it's bound to like
The
telepathy
fuck
or
are you
something.
mapping in fucking Terraria that you need that many buttons?
fucking hotbar on numpad 8, and I'm just sitting there like, but I have the numbers
You're playing
right above.
Terraria, not an MMO.
I mean, Terraria starts to feel like an MMO with mods. You just be like, yo, why is there so much shit?
Bro,
in this?
listen, Minecraft and Terraria have some like the biggest modding communities out there, bro. People mod anything.
I
in
know
those
that,
games.
but like, what the fuck are you doing?
it's not like the individual mods; it's when they're all together.
You're just like, yo, I can't deal with this shit. Like, I play with like I think 7 mods at once, and I was just like, I'm just gonna pick whatever weapons and abilities from one mod I'm gonna stick with, and I'm gonna use those. Fuck everything else, because mapping all this shit is a nightmare. And then remembering what everything does gives me a headache.
Do you have like a make butter button? Cause come on, man.
There's like a mod with like, oh, there's this weapon ability, this armor ability, this accessory ability. I don't.
Okay, that's
I
a.
don't fucking care.
I remember what
Literally-
game it was. I had to look at my fucking trophy collection. It was fucking Borderlands 3.
Oh,
Borderlands 3 makes
It
you
was-
feel like that?
No, Borderlands 3 has a specific action that they had in Borderlands 1 and 2 where they introduced a new action in Borderlands 3 and it replaced the previous action that you did in Borderlands 2 and 1, which people like, and you can go to the options and get that, that specific action back. It exists, you can still do it, but you have to sacrifice something on the controller that's already in action if you want to get it back. And I'm talking about the ability to instantly pull out your heavy weapon. That's not in the default control layout, but you can go to the control config and make it a button in the new configuration.
so what you're
But
saying?
you would have to get rid of something that's already laid out under the default configuration to have that in there. And I was like, what the fuck is this shit?
Like that's headache inducing.
So people who played Borderlands on PC are fine though.
Yeah, I would assume so. I would assume so. But us, I was just like, man, what the fuck is this shit? I can't believe they. This is one of the many reasons why I can Borderlands 3 my biggest disappointing game of last year.
They make me change my buttons.
Like,
No, because that
my
was one
brother
thing.
bought
That was one thing I
Borderlands.
always used to do. Was shit is getting real crazy right now. Time to pull out the fucking rocket launcher that shoots like 6 rockets. I don't have that button. I have to fucking press like fucking triangle like 3 times to pull it out. By the time that happens, I'm fucking dead or some shit.
You're either dead or the enemy. You're either dead or you've already found an easier way to kill the enemy.
Yeah. So yeah, it was that game that fucking made me triggered when it came to that. I was like, I can't believe I've never seen a game for
My brother,
like
my
this.
brother was like, I bought Borderlands 3. Like, not even 2 days later, he said, "Don't fucking download that game." I was like, "Why?" He was just, "Don't. If you want to play Borderlands, I'll re-download the Handsome Collection." I was like, okay." Like, he sounded upset, and this is probably you and him probably had the same grievance with the
Yeah,
fucking
man, I was hyped for that game.
control layout. And
I
was just
love
like,
Borderlands 1 and 2.
And he was like, "Listen, we'll both play 0, and we'll both be disgustingly broken." I was like, "All right, that's all you had to say."
Yeah, remember when people
Then
thought
we went back to
Borderlands
Borderlands
was
2.
going to be a game of the year, and then it didn't show up for any award? Oh man, but I don't. Is there anything else we want to touch on but the PS5 controller before we move past it?
At the end of the day, the best way to judge it is to wait
Hold
for
it?
it and put it in your hand. Yep, just gotta hold it.
I have 2 more things to say about it. One, that battery life better be fucking
Yes,
fire.
yes.
Oh yes.
Triple
Oh,
PS4
God.
battery life.
If it's not, I'm gonna be upset.
I want fucking at least minimum
50.
hours. 15 minimum. If you can't get 15, I'm slapping somebody's getting. Okay. Oh, ideally, I would like 24 hours, a day's worth, because there's, like I said, there's controllers like Blake have let me know that have fucking 40, man. You can't give me half of that, you know. 24. I would like 24, but
I was
at the bare minimum 15, my guy. Come on now.
I was still baffled when I found out the Wii U Pro controller had 72 hours on a charge.
Fucking ridiculous, man.
It does,
Yeah, the Wii U Pro controller has a 72-hour battery life tested by IGN.
bro.
Ridiculous.
I have a Wii U Pro controller laying around my house somewhere. You telling me that shit still got the good life?
Oh wait, no, sorry. According to both GameStop and Amazon, the Wii U Pro controller is said to have a battery life of around 80 hours for a single charge.
Ridiculous. And you can't give me a quarter of that? Like,
And why did that kind of battery life go to the Wii U?
Bro,
that's the shit that me. Like, here's the thing. If this doesn't have a good battery life, right? And they're like, okay, we have to do it because we have to mass produce these things. So, you know, this one has like fucking 12 or some shit.
also,
You know,
the
then fucking, huh?
Oh, you saying? No, go ahead.
I was saying, then fucking at least give us a fucking a real pro controller made by fucking something like what Xbox is doing. Like fucking, they have their Elite controllers, and then, you know, Switch has their pro controller. Like, just come out with a pro controller, either called DualSense Pro or the actual DualShock 5. Make it cost like fucking I don't know $100.
Whoa, that's gonna be like 150 Canadian. Calm down.
You know, if that's what you need to do to fucking put, you know, over 30 hours of battery life in it and the back pedals, then that's the fucking controller I want. And I'm sure there's a lot of people that would buy that controller as well.
Like, as somebody who like plays like games where like I heavy love Enter the Gungeon, and like sometimes I'll just sit there all day and play that game. But when I'm like halfway through a boss fight, I'm like the 4th floor, and I've been resetting and trying all day to get like a perfect run, and then I see DualShock 4 running out of battery. Of me, I unplugged this shit not an hour ago. What happened? Like that shit just. I'm just like, what the fuck?
For
I just love this.
for comparison,
I'm a
on-
charging station, so I've never had this problem.
For comparison, on charge times, the Switch Pro controller is 40 hours. The Joy-Cons are 20 hours apiece. And Xbox's Play and Charge kit from Microsoft, which is sold separately, I might add, is 30 hours on a single charge.
God damn.
And then the Wii U Pro controller is 80. But that's wild. Okay, yo, what's crazy is that the gamepad has like a battery life of like 2 hours. Because it's a screen. And the freaking controller took all that battery life. That's crazy.
Controller was like, your battery life, mine.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So DualShock 4's battery life lasts for 4 to 8 hours per session.
Oh my fucking god.
Oh,
the
Sony,
Am I
Sony,
hearing?
Sony always wins, baby.
miss that.
They, you know that phrase. They never miss.
They never-
Fucking
He
Sony.
don't miss, do he?
This fucking Sony. They always miss.
Whoa, they miss.
All right, we're moving on now from the PS5 controller, the the DualSense. It's just DualSense or DualSense 5.
It's just DualSense.
The
Yeah,
DualSense.
just DualSense.
We're
The
about to-
Play Sense 5.
we're just gonna go ahead
I'm
and,
gonna beat your ass.
and get past that. So we kind of had a hunch this was gonna happen, but the news that got canceled for the South by Southwest panel by Sonic the Hedgehog got canceled for their re-cancel, if that makes sense. The news they canceled got canceled, if that makes. The news they canceled and rescheduled got
They
canceled again.
the news announcement.
Yeah, they canceled the new one. So, we have a tweet here saying, "Hi everyone, we know how much delays suck, but with the world in its current state and to keep our team safe, we need to wait to show you our South by Southwest content until things have settled. Thanks for your patience, and we'll let you know as soon as we have a date to share." So we don't even know when this is going to happen anymore. Which, in my opinion, is a good thing, because I am always for giving Sonic as much time as they need to develop something, because the longer it takes to develop something for Sonic, it's normally fine, but Team Sonic Racing took like a year and a half to develop, and game was alright at best. Wasn't nearly as good as the Transformed Racing games, but the music and the OST made up for it, as Sonic games normally have. So we have no idea when we're going to be getting this new information. We touched on briefly the last podcast what we think it's going to be, but I don't think we had Riku or Souls with us, or G Shadow, maybe? I can't remember who was on the last podcast. It's been 2 weeks. But I'm going to ask you guys now, what do you think this new Sonic anniversary game is going to be?
I really don't
Fucking
know.
mobile game?
I mean, I know.
Souls?
Oh, this is why the
Souls.
Bloody Roar game is gonna be a pachinko machine.
Shut up!
You
Oh,
say
we
shit
don't-
like this.
So, do we want another Dark
Alright,
Age of
it's gonna
Sonic
be
to happen?
another Sonic Chronicles in the Dark Brotherhood.
Those games were good. Those games were fire.
Why?
Those games were
No,
fire.
they weren't. Those
No, it
games
was
were
not.
awful.
What you? Whoa, first
Yo.
of all, there was
Well,
only
actually,
Dark
one
Brotherhood
game was fire.
Okay, that game
First of
was
all,
decent. It was on DS, right?
No, it was not. It was not.
Yeah.
That
the
game was
fucking
trash.
guy was throughout the whole goddamn
No,
game.
it's not even that. It was a bad RPG. It was
Okay,
Oh,
bad.
that
okay.
RPG,
Okay,
bad
but the
controls.
story though,
No, it wasn't. The story didn't go anywhere. After you beat the echidna boss, I forget his name. That's how much he didn't matter to me. You go back to the
Evil.
normal world, and Eggman fucking won while you were gone. That's it. How you do some shit? How you let Eggman win?
It's like, oh, there's this bad guy. Sonic stops them, and then Eggman takes over the world anyway.
Like what the fuck?
Again. Takes over the world.
But in
again.
all seriousness, I
Oh, yeah,
think
that's right. He did. He has taken over.
with
the
how
world.
disappointing Forces, they might try the boost style gameplay again, or probably go back to adventure. But then I remember, they fucked up Sonic 06 and it had an adventure style gameplay. So
Well,
I'm not really sure.
I would
what they
argue
should
that
do.
Lost World as well. I tried to have an adventure style gameplay.
No, it didn't. I'd say
No.
that was more like they tried to do
Because-
what classic Sonic did, but in the 3D space,
That game
and
was
it
that game was so
fumbled.
lame.
What they did is they took the idea from the canceled game Sonic and
oh yeah.
and they
That's
basically
existing.
because Sonic Extreme, if you look at gameplay footage of that game, it's very similar to Lost World. Now, granted, Lost World looks a lot prettier. It's not on the Sega Saturn, obviously, but that's where they kind of got that idea.
There are still slight moments with like fisheye lens camera in Lost World, and that's just like, no. What you guys learn?
Whoa.
New tape, you
hell?
good?
Alrighty.
Am I joking?
New type out here doing something.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, I kind of don't know what it will be because I've been disappointed in Sonic since, man.
I know I'm gonna be disappointed regardless, so I don't care.
So it's like,
Last Sonic game I can say I wasn't disappointed in was Generations. Like that's the last time I was like, yo,
But Mania?
I'm talking to 3D games.
Oh, okay.
Let's be real. The 2D games always have something good about them.
Sonic
Even
4?
advanced. Yeah, even Sonic 4 had something good about it.
The music and the Super Sonic and how Chaos Emeralds were easy to get.
Yeah. And homing attack in a 2D space.
Okay, yeah, four wins. Okay, go on.
Like, ever since like Generations, I was just like 3D Sonic games. I have to play older ones or like those PC fan like concepts where it's like, oh, you get to run around in this open space with this engine to test out like what a true 3D Sonic game would be. Me. And why don't y'all take this engine and make a 3D Sonic game on PC? I'll pay you. I don't care if it's illegal. Let me pay you to do good things.
yeah, it's sad. We all know what we want, but
Sonic Boom.
except
Give it type!
Riders HD.
anyway.
Sonic Boom 2.
I'm a beat your ass. Sonic Boom 2. Souls doesn't get bloody roar. That's
All right, Souls.
Why you gotta put that in the
Go on,
conversation?
Souls. What do you want? What do you want this announcement to be?
Honestly, I would like a collection of all the advanced games on the Switch. That would be pretty cool, and it would kind of be a safe
Ooh.
choice to where you can't really mess anything up.
that'd be amazing.
That'd be interesting, but would that be a big enough title for them?
Honestly, at this point, yeah.
Whoa, but
Like, what? I mean, where? Like, how much lower can they go? Like,
well, they said
only
they
way to
want.
go
They
up-
want.
only way to go now is up.
They said they wanted 2020 to be as big for Sonic as 2017 was, which is where we
and
had.
if they go about it the same way Capcom is, then it will be just
Sonic
keep
Legacy
remastering
Collection?
Some old, yeah, just
Listen, if
remaster
we,
stuff
well, they
and
are.
do
They're
things
they're
from the
no they're,
past.
they're no stranger to that. They also had Mega Collection and Gems Collection on GameCube.
That was a long
We can
time
get
ago
those on
since they
a-
did a collection.
If we could get those on a modern console with like some more of the Sonic games, I'm just saying.
The rumor that came from a trusted source, I can't remember the exact source. It's been like a month since that news came out. Was that Sega was planning a Sonic like Ultimate Collection that would have all the quote unquote mainline Sonic games, from Sonic 1 to what was it, Forces, I think, or something like that.
Jeez.
So like
That sounds like
that's
that
like
Final Fantasy game. Right?
yeah. See that's I'm like that's a lot of games, because I think that encompasses Sonic 1, 2, 3, not CD's. I don't think CD's mainline.
It's CD's mainline.
It happens between what 2 and 3.
Because CD in Japan is supposed to be their Sonic 2.
Okay.
Because Sonic 2 and Sonic CD were being produced at the exact same time. And the Sonic 2 we know was produced in America. Sonic 2 was Sonic CD in Japan. At least that's what I can gather.
Okay, so Sonic 1, I think we had this argument on the last one as well. What we argued is what was mainline and what wasn't. Because I think Evan was trying to argue that Shadow the Hedgehog is a mainline Sonic the Hedgehog game, and I'm like,
The reason why people argue that is because of the fact it's a follow-up to Sonic Adventure 2 and tries to, explain Shadow's amnesia. Problem is that the game is so fucking and if they're going by every mainline game, I doubt Sonic 06 is gonna be a part of it.
you say that.
That game is fucking
Right from
horrible.
the timeline.
You said, well, I mean, what excites me the most about this is the possibility of the Adventure series, Heroes, Unleashed, and Colors being ported to modern consoles, in genuine fashion.
I just have one hope when it comes to the Adventure ports. Don't
fuck with
have almost every single fucking action be the same goddamn button. That's
Multiple
my
buttons.
biggest
We just
pet
got
peeve
off a
with
whole
those
talking about buttons. Use them.
games. Sonic
You know how-
Adventure, for those who don't
you know how
know,
the controller had too many actions for
Because-
the lack of buttons. This is too many actions for one button.
because Sonic Adventure, for those who don't know, Sonic Adventure and Sonic Adventure 2 poorly utilizes the Dreamcast button layout. It only uses 2 buttons, and I'm just like, you got a B button, you got a Y button. Why is all this like?
Well, you say Sonic Adventure 2 did?
Yeah, because Sonic Adventure 2 had
90% of the
almost
shit
everything
mapped
the
to
same button.
Oh, I mean, no. Well, for the Knuckle, for the treasure hunting stages, you had the drill map to be.
But we're talking Sonic himself and Shadow.
Sonic and Shadow.
Coincidentally.
Remind me
Because-
what buttons were the same for them?
The B button utilizes the spin
Somersault,
dash,
spin dash,
light speed dash,
Light
the
speed.
tackle,
Oh yeah.
and that's the problem because every
Oh yeah, the
'cause when you
magic
tried
hands, the flute.
the bounce. So when I'm
All
trying to
same
travel
button.
across a ring, a line of rings, I
Oh,
accidentally
yeah.
bounce to the bottom tip below.
Yeah. Okay, now I remember.
Oh yeah, because you gotta wait for like the quick time shortcut
You gotta
thing
wait
to pop up.
for like the prompt, the game to register. So, oh, this is the prompt for now. Me, no, I want to do this
Okay.
immediately.
I thought I was thinking a different way. I thought you were saying that Square sorry, not Square. Fucking B and X are both like, spin dash and somersault.
That's the
Or some
problem
shit
that I
like that.
have with
On the
Unleashed, because
PS
Unleashed's homing attack button and boost button are the same button, where it's like, why would you not just make it A and A like it's been forever?
Like on the PS3 version of Adventure 2 and Adventure 1, like they literally would just say, "Oh, triangle and circle can also be used for the actions that X and square are." And I'm just like, why not just put the extra actions to those buttons? Like if they're right there, why dual map them? There's no point, and you can't change that. Like it's stupid.
At least Shadow the Hedgehog had this idea of actually mapping the actions to different buttons.
Did G-Shadow just praise Shadow the Hedgehog?
Whoa, we got that live too.
That's the only good thing that game did.
Wait, what are you talking about?
To be fair.
But Shadow killed the president too. Wasn't that pretty cool?
He did. I don't think he killed Eggman. I remember that really well.
Shadow killed a lot
No
of
one
people.
tells me what to do. What? Goodbye, Doctor.
Fucking karate chop that man right into the skull. Split his head open like on some Fist of the North Star shit. In conclusion, though, I think I'd be chill if they had basically all the games that are represented by generations.
Oh, sounds terrible. I have a better idea.
Oh, okay. Go on, you type. Go on.
So, what's everyone's favorite thing in Sonic?
Here we go.
Wrong.
Speed.
Chow Garden. Now.
Okay.
Okay, now we have a game entirely focused on the Chow.
Is it a
and
mobile
we
game?
make it an RPG. And we can customize each Chow how we want.
Like a Pokemon game, like you raise your Chow and you fight other Chows along like
Yes.
my guy. That's crazy enough. Okay, wait, fuck, that might work. Wait.
See, now you're like, oh,
Okay,
that's a
okay,
dumb- but you're like, oh, no,
but-
that's a really good idea.
But then would you? But then Sonic. How do you put Sonic characters in the? Do you make your own OC with your own OC Chow?
Here's the thing. Who cares? Just make your own OC.
Well, see, okay, no, don't bring that back.
Who cares? Just make your own OC.
I would like
Might
to
customize your own
remake-
Chow, and then maybe Sonic will be there with his own little blue Chow or whatever. Just just have fun. Stop with all this running bullshit. Just make a little Chow RPG. Make it cute.
running.
Yeah, it's fuck it, whatever.
Yo, that's exactly what Ishihara said when he was Ishihara, is that his name? I think maybe got
I think that's
said
what they said when they were kept creating Lost Worlds.
that's what they said. Yeah, fuck the speed, bro. Let's make a fun game.
Just make a fun game, man.
Yeah, see how well that got. I feel like a lot of
hold down a button to run.
I feel like a lot of like
Stupid.
new Sonic fans or new kids or like some like new Zoomers. I feel like they might
New Zoomers.
they might not know how great Chows are, and it may not do too well. But us here in the millennial category, we
See, look, a lot of millennials nowadays are, I don't know, 25 and over at this point, maybe close to that.
and they don't
A lot
want
of them
kids.
have kids. They like Sonic. They're like, hey, dumb kid, here's a Chow. Go play with it. And they're like, wow, Chows are amazing. I'm going to do that more often. And there you go. That's how we fix it. That's how we fix the
I,
Sonic
I,
franchise.
I still think, back to what Soul said at the start, I think if they actually, like, the next Sonic mobile game might be a Chow mobile game.
Hey, why not?
I would actually play a mobile game.
I could actually see that.
Because, it makes
I mean,
sense. Like you log
really don't
in, you
need
you
a
feed
console
them, you can,
Chow game.
yeah, you really don't. Because, there was actually a tiny Chow Garden in the advanced games that are, be on the Switch,
See?
in the
Throw
collection.
Sonic Battle in that collection too.
Let's go.
Oh.
My favorite Game Boy Advance game. Let's go.
Yes. See, that's money.
I'd definitely be down for some sort of Sonic collection, whether or not it's like Sonic Genesis collection or like Sonic
But
modern era
we
collection or
already-
something.
We already had ported the Genesis games like several times, with exception of Sonic.
But what if they remaster them? And well, actually, there is also that talk. For the longest time, everyone and their mother thought that they were going to be announcing an Adventure remake.
I still want them to, but it depends on who is behind it. Like Sega, get your hands on Blue Point, and put
if
them
you
on.
take Big out of the game, then maybe.
Listen, I think they can
Hold on, here's the thing.
modernize.
If they
his
can take
stage
shit
better.
out of Resident Evil. They can take shit out of Sonic Adventure. Take how big they can.
Don't tell them that because they'll cut levels out too.
Jeez, just cut
I like the
everything
music.
big they can.
I like Big's music at least, but I don't
Really?
like
Dur,
the
dur, 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 dur.
That's the beats.
Nah, I'm good. You can take that shit out too.
You can take that too.
Yeah. What if they remake Adventure 1 but they take out the whales?
Wow.
I don't know if I'd be able to live in that world.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I was a seller back in 1999.
Hey, this is a hedgehog.
Hey.
He runs fast. There's whales. There's whales.
What if they just adapt the Sonic X TV show into a game?
Bruh.
Oh,
Bruh. I will accept that if they take out Chris, but you can leave everyone else, like Chris's grandfather and Ella.
Oh,
Ella,
yeah.
Ella
Wait.
kicks ass, bro.
Wait. A Tails game, but it's Sonic.
Oh,
But
my.
why though? Sonic X is literally Eddie
Sonic
Adventure
X.
games in anime form. And Sonic Battle, I suppose.
Actually, wait. Speaking of a Tails game, what was that? What was that other version of like Sonic 2 that was like where Tails was kidnapped and you had to like go get him or something on like an island? It was on Sonic Mega Collection. I can't remember what it was called, but I think it was Sonic 2 something.
Sonic Rumble?
No. Okay, I got
Wasn't
it.
that the Game Gear version?
Maybe Game.
I know there was a
Gear
Game Gear where you play as Tails.
Sonic
Tails
2?
Adventure?
Tails Adventure.
Yeah, Game Gear. Yeah, okay, it was the Game Gear version. Yeah, no, this looks. Yeah, no, this version of the game was really weird. And what makes it so weird is that you guys know that classic Sonic games always, no matter what classic Sonic game you're playing at, whether it's Palm Tree Panic, Emerald Hill, Green Hill, or vice versa, it's always going to be a Green Hill themed stage.
I mean, it's one of the most iconic stages in gaming. So
Yeah. So the Game Gear version of Sonic the Hedgehog 2, its first stage is called Underground Zone, and it starts you in a volcano. I'm good. Gonna have to never look at that again.
Okay, what's the problem with that?
It breaks tradition. That's the problem. That's the
Who
problem.
cares about tradition?
You tell, this is why you said we should go to the beach.
I'm good.
Stepping on the beach.
There's people out there.
There's people out there. People don't shower.
People don't shower. They don't wash their hands.
They don't wash their hands down with sanitize, bro.
Shame.
But yeah, I think we've talked enough about Sonic. So moving on to our next topic. Some interesting slip-ups happened earlier in the week. Amazon France, I think, was listing games like Uncharted, games like Persona 5 The Royal, God of War, not Horizon Zero Dawn, that's already been confirmed. Basically a bunch of PlayStation exclusive games. Both IGN and Sony IGN said IGN covered the news. Sony said that was like a slip up, and they're looking into why that happened. And Sega was on the case too, because they're like, "Who said Persona's coming to anything but PlayStation?" I didn't. I sure as hell didn't. I don't know why Amazon said that. But either way, Sony and Sega are both covering their tracks. Like a cat that just had a shit. So we're in this weird timeline where people are still like wanting Persona on like everything. So when this news came out, Switch fans were like, "Okay, so this is what we're doing now. Eh? This is okay. This is what we're doing now." But it definitely sounds like Sony is either A, covering some shit up, or B, is planning to port Persona to Switch. Atlas. So I mean, do you guys believe that this is all a quote unquote a misunderstanding and their inaccurate claims?
I don't believe anything until I see it.
Okay, yeah, okay, that's fair.
That's all I have to say about that.
Okay. All right.
Awkward silence.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So I mean, no one else got anything to say about Sony's slip up here.
I'm sure they just like some guy
Like,
was messing
Yeah,
around.
it was pretty. I got nothing to say. It's obviously a troll effort.
It's just whatever, man. Who cares?
People have done this before.
I don't know if it's somebody in the headquarters that's like just testing the waters. Let me just toss out some information, just see what happens.
Let me bait.
As far as I heard, it was someone over at Amazon. Amazon France they were closing down, and some guy decided to, do all of that crazy shit before he left to leave his like imprint on the fucking.
So it's one of those
Right.
situations.
He's like, you remember that one time where Amazon, listed all of that shit? That was me, bro. That was me.
Yo, that's when you find that person out. You're like, oh, nice job.
5 minutes. His little 5
They're
minutes
like,
of
got
fame.
him.
Bro,
His little 5 minutes
when you
of fame.
find that
That's what it
person,
was.
bro, you're like, oh yeah, that was you. Start beating his ass.
Yeah, that's what
And don't you ever,
Because
do
weren't they
something like
saying
that
like
yet.
fucking Super Mario game was coming to like PC or some shit? they were saying some like random shit.
Super Mario
that ain't
came
happening.
to your phone before it'll ever come out to PC, and it did. Twice.
It's crazy.
Wild.
Well, I think we're more so through that. It happened. It was a meme. We find that guy going to beat his ass. SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated got a news
go.
blowout. We got a new trailer. They showed us the Fun Edition, the Shiny Edition, and most importantly, they gave us a definitive release. Well, not definitive, I shouldn't say. They said their target release date is the 23rd. That can change with current circumstances, as anything can. So yeah, it has a slated release date for the 23rd of June. Hoping this all blows over so that we can dive in. I applied for review code. We'll see if I hear anything back from them. But yeah, Riku Souls. Have you guys seen the new trailer?
Yes, sir.
Man, this
That
shit
60
looks good,
frames
man.
good.
Bro, 60 frames. The the robot Squidward boss fight is tied to the new multiplayer horde mode that actually looks like fun.
They have a hard mode.
They have a horde mode, yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't look bad.
You can in the gameplay we saw them playing as Gary, Mr. Krabs, Plankton. So it's gonna be more characters that you can play as.
I will say though,
Oh, wow.
the like issue I have with Storm in 60 frames. Like since the game wasn't made for 60 frames originally,
Oh, actually-
it may look a little bit too fast. But I don't know if that's just from the videos.
Well, see, I think with Battle for Bikini Bottom, I think whereas they are remaking it from the ground up, like with an all new engine, I think
Yeah.
they'll more so be fine. Whereas I think Storm was because keep in mind, 60 frames mode is only on PC. That's not on any of the console editions, not even on the Switch edition.
Sure.
So that was
Wait,
probably
is this going to be 60 frames even on the consoles?
Battle for Bikini Bottom.
Yeah.
But they said at what was it? I think it was Gamescom last year, something like that. They said they're targeting 60 frames across everything, including Switch. They're targeting 720p 60 as a base for Switch, and I think everyone else is going to be 1080p 60 for the other
Oh,
consoles.
okay.
Yeah. Like I said, I haven't pre-ordered it and fully paid off. I have the Fun Edition pre-ordered and paid off for Switch. I think it was like $350, something like that. I have that fully paid off. And I have the Steam edition. My little brother pre-ordered on Steam. So I might also pre-order on Steam if I don't get into the review period. But I'm picking it up on Switch because I want to play it with the GameCube controller. I'm picking it up on Steam because I want to play it at midnight. And then I'll probably buy it on Xbox because I want the achievements, and I'll probably pick it up on PS4 because I want the trophies.
I'll be
Oh,
there.
man.
I might actually do a playthrough of the original just to see how it holds up. Because I really did like that game growing up.
I think
In
that's
some
kind
ways,
of. I think
I
that
think it-
might have been what got me into collectathons. Actually,
Honestly, there are some things that I think it does better than Banjo-Kazooie. That's the hot take. Well, to be fair, Banjo-Kazooie was like a
Was a bit
4-year-old,
older. Yeah.
5-year-old
It's kinda-
game at that point.
It's kind of dated. Anyway, I don't know.
I'll
The game,
probably check it out.
yeah, it looks really good. I like speedruns of it, so I don't know. I might actually get it. I don't
The
know.
speedruns are pretty cool. And the best part about this game is that I would have like most Nickelodeon, like they released a Nickelodeon cart and Garfield cart at like $40 a piece American, and I was like, okay.
I thought they were
like a
joking
dollar,
about
man.
that.
Yeah, but Battle for Bikini Bottom is $30 across the board. I think across every region. Actually, is it $30 in America? I know it's $30 Canadian. I don't know.
Yeah,
If
it's $30.
okay, yeah, so it's $30 here too.
You can get it on sale right now too on Steam.
Yeah, and it's
Right
actually
now.
10% off to pre-order right now as well. So it's a really good deal for that price. That's the main reason why I want to buy it on everything, because I want to be able to play on everything. So I'm looking forward to it. Like
Yeah, that game's gonna be like great.
in before, people who start playing it early are like, the momentum feels off. There's been like game-breaking glitches here and there. Like you know the horror stories of new release games.
Yeah.
I went to go talk to Mr. Krabs and he mentioned loot boxes.
See, you see game breaking features. I see speedrun strats.
It's all right. It's all right.
Jump off the side of a jellyfish fields and into the pond. Next thing you know, you're at the final boss.
That's really how speedruns be, though. Like freaking Ocarina of Time, the Ocarina of Time hack to stay as Young Link. You can get to like the final boss somehow as Young Link, and I don't know how that works.
Yeah, you can get in like 10 minutes. It's crazy how they do it. They do like
I
wrong
beat it.
words. Little like
God.
item manipulation. It's crazy.
So when you guys watch the trailer, did you notice that when you're playing as Sandy, it looks like the momentum is like really? It looks like because I don't know, maybe I was playing it wrong, but it felt like Sandy would swing slower in the like in the original version of the game, whereas this time it feels like she's like super fast when she's doing her swinging.
I think it's 60 frames, man.
Soul, you're doing that 60 frames curse thing. It's worrying me. Ever since I beat your ass in Storm at 60 frames, you have.
Oh, don't even start that. Man, gonna use freaking pain.
The world
And
shall
60
know
frames.
pain.
60 frame pain is trash.
60 frame pain, Leo. Let's go. Put that on our shirt. 60 frame pain. All right. Do we want to talk any more about SmackDown before we move? Actually, wait. We should probably talk about the Horde mode real quick. So the Horde mode is a multiplayer mode in which 2 players pick their characters and basically have to survive in classic Horde mode fashion. I don't know how long the Horde modes are going to be, but I do believe you fight for a certain amount of time and then you get to a boss. You beat the boss, and you can move on to the next stage, etc.
Hold on, you're telling me this is like Bloody Palace?
I guess. Oh, is that a DMC? Is that from DO3, right?
Yeah.
3, 4, 5.
Okay, yeah. So
Actually, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I forgot 2
Was it
existed.
two?
It wasn't
Yeah, I
2. It
forget
started in 2.
I forget everything about 2.
2 started a lot of things, unfortunately, but you know, we here.
So yeah, it's but the real question is, Souls, what are you picking it up on, and when are we going to play?
I was actually thinking about getting it on Steam first.
Listen, I already have my little brother pre-ordered on Steam, so if worse comes to worse, I still have a version of Steam to play,
But I also kind of want a physical copy, so maybe PS4.
and that's why I'm picking it up on Switch. I got that fun edition, bro, and the actual figures. Oh, the figures look so good, and I got these socks, bro. I'm gonna wear those. Actually, do I want to wear the socks or do I want to display the socks?
Hey,
if
get
I-
somebody to customize them into those one piece.
I mean, no one's gonna see the socks. Unless you have feet cam.
Ooh, yo, new type kind of a freak, yo. All right, cool. All right.
Are your OnlyFans link?
Yo, actually, I can take my where my computer is it's right underneath my desk. So if I really want to, I can take my webcam off my monitor, put it on my computer, and like put it tilted down on my feet. Yo, I could actually do it, like having big bold font feet cam, and it's me wearing the socks. Yo, okay, but yeah, high key might do that.
I'm giving you too much power.
So Riku, how are you feeling about the game? About the multiplayer modes and all of what was shown?
I'm hyped for it, man. I just hope I have people to play with.
Listen,
So I'll be
bro.
playing on PS4. So.
PS4. Gonna have to pick it on PS4 now. All right, I'm gonna have to. Yeah, I'll probably pick it up on Steam to play it immediately, and then I'll pick it up physically on other consoles so I can lend it to people who don't know the glory of it, and I can play it with other friends as well. In an ideal world, it's crossplay, but I don't know if this
Yeah,
game.
you know that.
I don't know if this
I
kind of
doubt
game
that.
merits
I doubt
crossplay.
I mean,
might
they've
go
been
with
really
the-
good with marketing lately, so it's possible. But
I might go with the Steam version.
I don't want to see what it's like at 4K. It's gonna be beautiful. All right, I think that's basically it for SpongeBob. And is Sosuke still here?
Says time to shine.
Might be AFK.
Sosuke the Brosuke? He didn't type anything in chat, so maybe his mic's muted, or maybe like maybe
He fell
okay.
asleep.
Okay, I think his microphone might be muted.
Oh, okay, never mind. He's just.
You say he fell asleep. You type that ain't right. We don't talk about Sosuke falling asleep.
Oh my god. So okay.
Oh, he's trying. I can see that. at
Now
least.
his now his icon's all green.
that'd be funny if you.
It'd be messed up if he was talking this entire time and didn't even.
That's what I thought, because I was like, I know he said he was excited to play Battle for Bikini Bottom because he'd never tried it before.
So, Sasuke, what's your opinions on the Bloody Palace SpongeBob edition? My mic is fine.
I don't know. Try joining the stream. Oh no, Trip's gone. Never mind. My voice isn't going through. Have you tried talking? He won't beat my ass for saying that. I know, because your icon's like entirely green now.
I said, have you tried talking?
Don't worry. Don't worry.
I don't know. Maybe your output just got dipped to 0 for some reason.
He backed up for a second.
Maybe your audio input got dropped to 0 for whatever reason.
Have you tried plugging your microphone in and out? We're having technical difficulties to everyone in the Talk with Tampa. So if anyone has any questions in the chat, now is the time to ask them. While we try to sort out this mulligan. Because the next topic is literally all Sosuke. What's his microphone? Well, I mean, actually, sound mobile? I don't know. Maybe try switching to mobile, Sosuke? If you have that option.
Yeah, he might have to switch to mobile.
I remember me and my girlfriend
I like how
we're
his
using
PC just straight up like.
just says no. Well, I think it's because he mentioned DMC2, and that probably. Oh wait, there he is.
How the fuck? What happened to this computer?
I don't know, bro. What happened to the computer? What'd you do to it?
I don't know. It was just like the mic was plugged in the whole time, but now it's
All right.
fuck.
So Sosuke, Final Fantasy VII Remake is out. I don't think any of us here have played it, so all you.
Where do I start with this game without spoiling it? Long story short, this game is a 10 out of 10. Like, to me, it is what I expected out of a remake of Final Fantasy VII, and then some. Like, this game goes above and beyond in a lot of areas. Like, Midgar itself feels alive, and like it just, there's something about it. Like, it took what Final Fantasy 15 wanted to do with like all the characters and stuff, like, you know, talking and stuff, and it just amps it up because like you hear just random NPCs talking about things in their lives. You hear a lot of them talking about like the little things, like, oh, there's an NPC talking about going to Walmart with his friend, and then like literally little ways away you can hear his wife going, I hope he doesn't go to Walmart. And I'm just like, I want to interact with these people. I want to tell them, yo, bro, your wife is right there. She can hear you cheating.
Did you say Wall Market?
Yes, Walmart is.
So is that like Walmart?
Red light.
Eh.
It's red light district.
Oh, okay.
Sounds like a lot of fluff to me. I don't know. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, but
I
like
was
the
like-
story stuff, I can't talk about the story stuff because y'all gotta play it. Like, and I know Riku's gonna go play it, so it's just like I can't spoil anything. And like, it's so good. And the end of the game, it's like, holy shit, they went above and beyond, and up and down and all around, fucking head ass. This shit is good. Like, if you haven't played Final Fantasy VII Remake, go play it now. Like, if you can't legally get your hands on it, like, if you're in a location where they don't sell the game, somehow send me the money and I'll buy it for you and send it to you, because you gotta go play this. It's that good shit, man. Like, y'all missing out. Like,
So is this your game of the gen?
definitely, like, without a doubt. Game of the generation.
What was your game of the gen before this?
My game of the generation before this was Persona 5. And then 7 because, like, yo, remember when you had that fat ass CRT in your room and, like, your busted ass door at the bottom, cardboard missing off of it and shit? Yo, let's relive those experiences,
Now-
but you're in a better place.
Now, sounds good. Now, would you say that your love for this remake comes because you played the source material? Because I've never played Final Fantasy VII, so as someone who like me who's never played 7, am I going to enjoy it as much
My
as you
fr-
did?
Like, my friend who, he played, like, I think an hour of Final Fantasy 7 5 years ago, and he played this, he was like, yo, this game's fucking great. Like, you don't have to play the original 7 to, like, just to enjoy this. To appreciate little things and, like, other things that happen, you might want to, like, look into side content for Final Fantasy 7, but you can play this and just, you can play this without playing original Final Fantasy 7. Because this is not the same game. Everybody can tell you, oh, it's just Midgard, there's nothing but... No, this is different game. Like, this is a whole different animal.
So, yeah, that's another thing. Whereas it is just part 1, will part 2 then be just as hype for you and take your game of the generation over this one?
Oh, definitely. Without a doubt. Like, I can feel that. It's like, part 2 is going to be a different game. Like, when you play the game and you play, like, and you beat it, I'm going to explain to you why part 2 is just, it's going to go in a different direction, and I can't wait. People say it was a Nomura plot twist. I'm like, it's not a Nomura twist. Nomura ain't even write the story. He's just the director. And as we all know, directors be like, yeah, you can do this, this, and this. Nomura probably was like, yo, bro, do whatever you want and let that shit run wild. I'll see y'all later. Like, this shit gonna be good.
Now,
I'm about to play it again on hard mode.
Now, of course, don't give away anything pertaining towards the story, but do you recommend people play Crisis Core before this game?
Yes. I recommend you play Crisis Core before you play this game because of, like, the end of the game.
Damn it.
Crisis Core is really good, though.
Yeah, it is. This is a fantastic game. Like, it's honestly the best looking
I'm
PSP
surprised they
game.
haven't brought this.
Well, I guess I won't be playing 7 Remake. Up next, I guess I'll just go to 10.
Are you planning on Platinum
Will you
10?
take your break after that?
Yes, I do plan on Platinum 10.
Oh, dear God. I recently Platinum it, and
so-
dear God,
so-
it took forever.
So, Riku, you like lightning, right? Like, the element in nature.
Yeah.
Have fun. That's all I'm gonna tell you. Have fun with that. 200 in a fucking row.
Oh my God.
I heard about that.
Felt good after you
Yeah,
beat it, though.
shit's not fun. Yep. And then you
As for
never
me-
use Lulu again.
As for
Oh, that's
me,
unfortunate, right? Oh my gosh, you dropped that hard.
Yep.
I played the demo. I liked it. Didn't think it was the greatest thing of all time because I've seen all this shit before. And my personal take is I'm probably going to wait until it's finished for a very long time. I might eventually cave in and try it out, but
Trust me.
the fact
if
that it's
you-
not complete kind of irks me.
Honestly,
Wait till you
it's
watch
like
Friday.
G-Shadow, you know, like how Dot Hack GU was like 3 different games.
Yeah.
That's what this is like. Like, you need to experience this part now,
Shoot.
as it goes, because it's like the dot hack games where it's like there's going to be multiple parts, and if you didn't play the first one when it was out, I'm sorry, you have to.
But again, well, it's like
It's
know
all
what's going to
different.
happen in the story, though.
No,
But it is a
you don't.
But G Shadow, it is a complete game.
Like G Shadow, you think you know what happens, but you don't. Like, oh yeah, I know what happens. You're getting to the end of the game.
Shit. If they're actually changing shit, then yeah, I'll probably check it out then because I'm like, okay, that
A lot has
I kinda heard, yeah, I did hear they
on
did change it.
some Maverick Hunter X kind of shit.
I think a lot of people have been saying that like the remake almost seems like an alternate timeline.
It might as well be, and I love every essence of that. People can get mad and be like, it doesn't make any sense. We're like, well, maybe if you stop acting like the pretentious, smart Jimmy Neutron-looking asshole you were, you'd be able to open your eyes and see.
Materia had
sense.
us.
Materia head. Let's get your a picture of Marlene with the materia on her head. Cloud's an awful
When are we gonna
babysitter.
get? When are we gonna get folding chair materia?
I'm with it. Oh, so you've seen the meme? There is no meme.
Aaron?
Die. There is no meme. Die.
It's like, hello Kanji from Persona 4, hello Error from Final Fantasy VII Remake.
It's
Pulls
so
out
good. I
folding
love it.
chair.
It's like Aerith, Cloud, and Jess. Aerith, Tifa, Jessie. Oh my! I love those girls so much.
Listen, everyone might love all three of them equally, or more one than the other. Well, let's be real. When is Best Girl coming, Yuffie?
Ah, yes, she's definitely gonna be part 2. I can feel it.
Yeah, probably.
And like, I can't wait for how they handle Yuffie. She's gonna be so great. I can't wait to play as her. Just, by the way, just
Man, I
saying,
can't wait to use Sid. All right.
Like, ooh.
I'm just telling y'all. I'm just telling like anyone who's watching and who does watch this. Tifa and Aerith are the best characters in the game to play as. Don't at me. Barret is low tier. Cloud is.
I
Cloud
knew
is
Barret
milquetoast.
was low tier when I played the demo. Like,
I like playing Barret in the demo.
it was
Man,
I
head guns.
actually
is-
enjoyed playing Barret as well.
Barret kind of need Barret for certain situations because there are certain enemies that are out of Cloud's reach.
Until you play as Aerith, who does Barret's job better.
Oh no!
I'm a nuclear range fighter, Barret. So what the hell am I here for? Glasses.
Back up.
You're here to be sunglasses. You're here to be walking sunglasses stand. Like, Aerith is so broken. And Tifa's literally like, if you put her in Tekken, please! She's a Tekken character. But like, in free flow combat. And I love it. So good. I need a drink of water, because this game's fucking amazing.
It's good to hear.
I want to play it now.
I was like, Sosuke is making this sound hype, bro. I'm making me want
I was about to
Anybody-
say, you kind of make me want to play it.
If anybody wants to donate that game to me, I'll be waiting.
What y'all think? Y'all gonna wait
just
just to come to PC, or y'all want to get it now?
I want to get it now on PS4.
Oh, like this! I already imagined what this game was going to look like at 60 FPS, and like that's what I had a dream about last night. I was like, "Yo, this game looks amazing." Wait, I'm not playing this on a PS4. This
I
is
feel
my
like
PC
having
controller.
dreams in like 60 FPS will probably like make me throw up in my.
Like, no, it was like me sitting in the chair I'm sitting in right now, and I'm like, "Man, Final Fantasy VII is so great to play." Wait, I'm on my computer, and then I woke up. Like 60 FPS Final Fantasy VII remake. I need it. Just like
but Sosuke, how does the combat feel? Because I feel like the combat felt kind of repetitive after a while in the demo.
Okay, the combat in the game, in the early game, feels repetitive, but once you get like access to like when you have a full party of people and you're switching between them while they're doing things, like the more abilities you unlock and spells you get access to through materia, you're chaining together combos with Cloud, and then you switch to Aerith and you start like setting up mana wards and shit. Like, you're setting up wards and stuff to double cast magic to increase your your active time battle gauge to go up faster so you can keep doing things. And you have Tifa also beating the enemy's ass. And it's just an infinite circle of, like, I'm switching between I'm multitasking in an action RPG while playing it like a turn-based RPG. Like, that game actually made me feel like I was like, yo, this is what Galaxy Brain feels like. Oh, shit. This is great.
So, in regards to the next Tales of game, do you think it should be following in this game's footsteps, and in regards to how they juggle the characters.
Yes, I feel like there should be like that flow of just switching between the characters while playing as them, similar to 7 Remake, because that game, like, when you're switching between characters and you're fighting, there's a flow of the game will stop to register that you're playing as a character, but then you just go back to what they were doing immediately. If they were casting a spell, they finish that spell and you go into what they wanted. Or you can pull up the shortcut menu and like while you're beating somebody's ass to Tifa, you can have Cloud and Aerith do shortcuts or Barrett do shortcuts. The only downside I can say about the cast is that you can't play as Red 13 because he's the things you see a Red 13 do. Why can't I play as the good boy?
Repeat the shame or no?
No, nothing will ever put Repeat to shame. But it makes me feel like why can't I play as you? I gotta wait till part 2 to play as you.
So you're saying in part 2 we're gonna get the dirge of servers we deserved?
Yes. Yes, because like I can't like if you've played Final Fantasy VII, like if you know the name Rufus Shinra, that boss fight is from Devil May Cry. That is that like seriously, Shinra is straight out of Devil May Cry, and like when you get to that fight, yeah, like because when you get to part 2 of the boss fight, he looks at Cloud and he goes, "Huh, making me sweat. Let's make this a night. Let's make this a night to remember." And that fight goes off from there. It's like a demo for what Vincent is gonna play like, and I'm just like, I can't wait. I need more. Like Square, you want my wallet? I don't really need it. Like I'll give you the stimulus check I'm getting if that'll get this out.
See, when you say Rufus and like DMC, now I'm just picturing him like going like gunslinger and like
he does that. Like he shoots down at the ground. He shoots down at the ground and it keeps him afloat for a little bit. It's like my man combined Trickster, Swordmaster, and Gunslinger and Royal Guard into one thing, and he's just like, "This is me. I hope you're ready." Like this time, be like, "Listen, you about to get the business," and it is the best boss fight in the game to me. Like that shit is amazing.
How'd you feel about female Cloud? Were you turned on a little bit or?
Female Cloud is best girl. Female Cloud is best girl. I did get that scene where he was like, "Yes, I pull it off." Yes, I pull it off. Are you okay?
How does that? Is that you? Yes, I pull it off. Where are we going now?
It was like, "Are you all right?" Almost just.
When you say he didn't he say like nailed it?
Yeah, he's like, I nailed it. Me. He kind of did nail it.
Nailed it.
Oh, how's Cloud's personality? Because apparently Cloud in the base FF7 was really goofy, and I've seen clips of him being like, "I'm not your bro."
Because he's like, it's taking his like attitude. Because literally in the first opening bombing mission, he tries to act really like cool and like closed off and like, "Where's my money? I need my money." Oh, I guess we can do all this, but he's pretty goofy. He's almost innocently wholesome at times. Like
Cloud. The best way to describe Cloud is he's a dork who tries to act cool.
Yeah, like how Barrett is just naturally cool, Cloud is trying to be that cool. And it's just so good. Like, a lot of the writing in that game is amazing. On top of, like, when... Like, there's the moment where, like, you're doing something with Aerith, and, like, she goes to give him a double high five, and Cloud's looking at her like, I don't really know what to... Let's move on. And then she stops in front of him after that section, she puts her hand up. And you actually can, like, choose to give her a high five or walk past her. And if you give her a high five, it's just a nice moment where he looks at his hand and he smiles. He goes, "Yeah, I did that." It's so
Well, this
good.
explains the Kingdom Hearts 2 design.
Yeah,
No, who's
that's-
Advent Children in
like,
Kingdom Hearts 2? No, I mean, it's Kingdom Hearts
No,
2.
Kingdom Hearts 2 was different. They were trying to add in Vincent, but then at the last second they changed him to Cloud.
They're like, hold on, wait, Vincent, keep that thing on him. We can't have that.
Okay. Also, how does Advent Children tie into the FF7 universe?
It probably doesn't.
It does.
It does? Ah, fuck.
Yes. Like, you've seen it. So you've seen it, New Type. I'm going to quote a line from the end of Advent Children, and it's all going to make sense. "I will never be a memory."
Oh, fuck.
And it all made sense. When I beat the game and I thought about the movie, I was like, oh my fucking god. Like, it it's not as confusing as
Beyond
Final
me.
Fantasy 13.
Oh, fuck 13. God damn it.
Like people make 13 sound like it's the most confusing game of all time, and
not.
it isn't. It's just stupid.
It's
And people are
stupid.
comparing that. People were comparing the ending of like 7 Remake to that. I'm like, excuse me. Last time I checked, everybody was very clear about what they were saying.
It's
And-
like, oh, I guess we're gonna do this or not. And blah. It's
Like-
just the characters themselves didn't know what they wanted to do.
And it's not a spoiler, but like, look up the song called "Hollow." It's the song that plays during the credit for Final Fantasy VII Remake, and it's so good. Like when I was listening to that, it reminded me of like I felt like I was watching a mecha anime or something because that song was just so good. I had to sit there and just. My friends were like, "Bro, are you gonna come back in the PSN chat?" I was like, "I need a minute. I need to think about this. All this really happened. This game exists. Give me more of it, please. I need more." That's all I really have to say, because anything else would just be me spoiling it. Unless Shadow wants to pull me on the spoiler cast for the game, I will go off there. Other than that, just play Final Fantasy VII Remake. Don't listen to the haters. Don't even like just go play it. Enjoy that
Not very big enough to be
masterpiece.
like a legit con.
Say that again.
No, I was saying so you don't have anything in regards to the game that you personally would consider a legit con.
The only legit con I'd say is the active time battle gauge being like very limited for combat, because when you do all your abilities and stuff, it eats up the gauge, but you never increase how much of it you can have except through a limit break, which is usable one time in battle, and that's it. Other than that, like, you find ways around it. It's not that bad. Because they did say they'd increase how much you get in like, later on. They're like, oh, the combat will open up in later parts of the game, of the saga. So, like, I expect more.
Actually, can you play as all 4 characters at the same time when they're available?
No, it's like OG Final Fantasy VII. You only have 3 people in the party
Fair
at
at a
certain
time?
times.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Okay, that's fine.
It's
Interesting. Now, to someone like me who has never played Final Fantasy VII, would you recommend the remake or the original?
the remake. It's like Persona 5 Royal and vanilla Persona 5.
Both?
Like, I'd say Crisis Core then remake. But if you want just like a good turn-based RPG, you play OG Final Fantasy VII. If you want an experience, play remake. It's just,
I would rather play the original first and then play the remake to see what changed.
I would say both, because we don't know the time difference when the next game's going to be released, and if you are curious to see what will be changed.
I'm gonna pay you 100 gil to fuck off. There's a moment like that in the game where she's like, "So I want you to come back to my place, Cloud. No promises. Not interested. Me. Excuse me, Cloud. Jessie is practically.
She's
Go to-
overleading, come on.
You go to her fucking house.
She's dripping, come on.
Like, hold on. I think I have a picture that sums up how Jessie's like how Cloud seems to Jessie.
Stop.
And I think it drowned. I think it's drowned in my sea of memes. Here it is. Perfect. Just, that's exactly what it was. It just Cloud exists. Jessie. She couldn't handle it because like throughout that whole game, she was just like, I need a glass of water, and it's coming straight from the cloud. Everyone else, stop.
All right. I think we've talked about the FF7 remake. So I'm probably honestly what I'll probably end up doing, because I don't intend to pick up the 7 remake anytime soon. I'll likely play at the very least the first half of 7, so I can get a feel for that and go from there. And I mean, I
Honestly,
think
play the whole thing. The whole game's like 30 hours, I think.
Yeah,
really it's
30,
that
40
short.
hours.
and it's on PC.
It's on
And it's-
PC, it's on PlayStation Store.
I'd probably pick it up on Switch, honestly.
Whichever
You
version.
want to lay down and play some Final Fantasy VII.
Well, so like I said, I've never been able to complete a Final Fantasy game.
Just do it.
Honestly, 7. that 7's a good place to start.
Because I got to the what was it? I think there was like a tournament in 10 that I got to. I think it was like a beach ball tournament or something. Blitzball, yeah. I think that's as far as I got in 10.
Come on, brother.
And I never got around to finishing it because I played that on an OG PS2.
Fun fact about Waka, he is voiced by Bender from Futurama, so that is literally Black Bender.
I've actually never seen Futurama.
Fight my Blitzball ass.
What? You've never seen Futurama?
Well, like my siblings grew up watching it, but I wasn't allowed to when I grew up.
Watching what?
Futurama.
Oh,
we gotta. Okay, so let's see. We gotta have a movie night for the OG Doom movie.
Yeah, can we add Advent Children to it?
The one with the Rock?
Yeah, that one.
Like that
I'm mad you gotta say the one with the Rock. There's some charming things about it.
It was stupid, but I like it.
It's goofy as hell, but it's good.
Oh wait, one more thing. I don't know if it's technically a spoiler. Does Cloud have Omnislash in the remake, or that's like Endgame?
No,
that's like probably.
No, that's like literally like
part 2 or part 3.
In the original Final Fantasy VII remake, there was only 2 ways to see Omnislash. At the end of the game, against Sephiroth, and when you go to the Golden Saucer and you do the Gauntlet by yourself as Cloud, that's the only way you could get it.
Interesting. Okay.
I don't think vanilla my PS4 is a vanilla PS4. It would have fucking exploded if Omnislash happened. Like I can hear the thing yelling at me last night through the headphones. I'm like, what the fuck is that noise? Oh, I'm just staring at my TV stand. Oh, I'm in danger.
You know what I want them to kind of. You know what I want them to kind of do? The dumb idea, but
What?
After they finish like remaking all of 7, just make it like a small DLC where they do Advent Children.
I actually, like me and my friends talking about this. I have the theory that like they're gonna take Advent Children and flesh it out more. Like actually,
make it good.
Get people like G Shadow to stop treating it like Victory Gundam.
All they gotta do is give them their costumes and everything.
That's fine.
Horrible.
It's fine.
It wasn't. No, it's not horrible, but it's not the greatest thing ever. It's all right for a closing.
That's
chapter.
the thing about it was the last couple minutes.
Oh yeah.
There's some like
Fans
there's good things. The Tifa fight was good.
Yeah, that's it.
Listen. As someone who's a Final Fantasy casual, I prefer the Advent Children designs to the base 7 designs. IMO.
These designs in 7 Remake got me like, yo, can I just stare at Tifa's abs for like the rest of the
Can I just stare at Tifa's asshole? I mean,
why doesn't Cloud survive a bullet to the fucking face?
because he's Cloud.
Because he was wearing plated goggles. Sir,
Goggles
you are
deflected.
Sir, you are a fan of a series with space magicians,
And bikinis.
and you find goggles stopping the bullet a problem?
There are bullets.
Did I remind you of Camille? Wait, was it Camille or Judah? I can't remember. One of those two projected their spirit at Haban when she had a gun pointed at him.
Oh yeah, that's
and
Judo.
it scared her away.
That's Judo.
Judo did that, and you have a problem with a physical object like goggles, which can be made with plexiglass, which is bulletproof, by the way, to deflect bullets.
Oh, the shotgun though. Like I don't know.
Actually, no. Mizu's weapon wasn't a shotgun. It was an elongated handgun. I've seen that movie enough times to know. I'm sorry. I like
the model number. He knows the make.
Yo, G Shadow, just fall back. Just fall back. G Shadow, just fall back.
I don't know that, but I know it's the same kind of gun that Vincent has, but instead of 3 barrels, it's 1.
Do you know
if you want bad Final Fantasy VII? Play Dirge of Cerberus. Why did Child Sosuke think that was a good
Okay, yo, we're just gonna move on to our next topic because we're gonna be here all night if we don't get to. I always think we don't have enough topics, and we always spend like half an hour to 40 minutes on one topic. So I need to stop making so many topics.
I'm so sorry about that. I love this game.
Listen, you were thorough, and you basically sold me new type and souls on it. So I mean,
yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to playing.
Damn, does this mean I could sell somebody on Jump Force?
Oh shoot! Oh shoot!
Oh, we're not there yet. We're not there yet, though.
You ain't that good, man.
Come on, man. I'm trying my best.
So,
hey kids, want to play shit? Well,
Okay. All
Okay,
right.
moving
Okay.
on, moving on.
This will be a fast one because I think only me and Souls and only half of Souls. So Fairy Tail, we got a new trailer for the game. It's coming out on the 26th of June, which is 3 days after Battle for Bikini Bottom. I'll be real with you, I'm a bigger SpongeBob fan than I am a Fairy Tail fan. I didn't just say that. So I'm probably gonna be preoccupied.
Save the clip.
But yeah, so it's coming on the 26th, provided it doesn't get delayed. And something that they hadn't shown us, like when the game was coming out, I don't know if this was in the game and they just didn't tell us, perhaps, but there's going to be guest characters, and these characters will basically just fight alongside you for extended periods of time throughout the story. They won't be actually recruitable, but they will be just basically extra party members who fight alongside you and help you during the story. Some of these characters feature Leon, Minerva, Ultier, Flare, I think Kagura is another one, and we're not sure about Sting and Rogue, but I would imagine they'll probably be there as well.
I'm sorry to cut you off, Blake. I just when I heard guest characters, I thought Eden Zero characters would pop up.
Oh no. When I say okay, well, in the trailer they refer to them as guest characters. I mean, they're characters that don't join the party.
Okay,
So it's like Final Fantasy 2.
where you always have somebody who dies.
I guess.
So
I mean,
I don't think nobody's gonna die in this game, but
Nah, unfortunately.
it's a shoulder jump. What do you expect?
Unfortunately,
Wait, does
Oh,
anybody actually die in Fairy Tail? I feel like they just keep bringing them back.
no, Simon died.
Who?
Yeah, that's what happens when people die in Fairy Tail.
He's like, who?
who the fuck is Simon?
Listen. When me and my little brother were getting my mother into Fairy Tail, she kept asking if people are gonna die, and we made up the rule. We said in Fairy Tail, no one dies unless you're Simon. Simon was Urza's childhood friend from the start of the series, who died in a very harsh, spear of the chest or something like that. He died. He's gone. You would never see him again.
Oh wait, is that from the arc with the dude who
Jalal.
who was also trained by Gray's master?
No. Simon was part of the Tower of Heaven when Urza went back to meet Jalal and
That
stuff.
cave?
No.
That cave with all the kids?
Yes.
Okay, so Jalal is the guy I'm thinking of. Yeah, the guy who's I'm gonna
With the
resurrect
tattoo
our
on
master.
his face.
Fun fact:
Yeah,
Joel
yeah.
in Japanese is voiced by the guy who voices Al in Double 80.
Who?
I'm not
I feel
joking.
like I need to go back and watch Fairy Tail because, like I said, my
The little kid from War in the Pocket.
I'm not
grew up
doing
and I'm
that.
pissed.
Interesting.
I don't know if I'm gonna get this.
So, do we have to get your very first video?
Listen.
No, we have to-
Don't discourage
That's
him.
the look.
If he wants to rewatch Fairy Tail again, don't discourage him. My family's watching it again, and some of the when Gray and Leon team up in the 5th season, I guess, to fight one of the Erasion Saints. What was his name? Racer. That guy was so fucking edgy, bro. That man was like, "My name's Racer. I'm way past cool. You're too slow. Can't touch me." He was super insufferable. Bro, it's fine because the fight scenes from then on were really good. Really good. Trust.
Fight scene's good. What about the plot?
Shut your damn mouth.
I'm trying to do.
And so in terms of characters that die, Ultier dies. Well, is that his?
It's part of
I don't
Gray's
know.
background, isn't it? Part of Gray's background.
Yeah, but
Wait, doesn't Gray's master die? Is that Ultier?
no. Gray's master dies, and then Gray's master's daughter, who. Well, I don't want to spoil anything for people who have an interest in Fairy Tail, but I don't think any of you do.
Nobody has interest in Fairy Tail in here.
It's garbage.
Anyway, so Gray's master's daughter, who Gray's master thought was dead, actually wasn't dead. Then she became a villain. Then she manipulated Jalal to make the Tower of Heaven. Then she caused a lot of people a lot of pain. Long story short, she joined up with Grimoire Heart. After that, she became part of the crime sorceress.
Did you just go to the wiki?
No, I'm freeballing this right now.
And I heard a lot of typing.
No, that's G Shadow.
Likely story.
You can look on Discord. Take your freaking Sengoku Basara head ass over here and look in the chat. No, I'm kidding.
Hey man.
Anyway,
Insane.
but she when Gray died, she actually used a forbidden spell, so she turned back time, but it cost her life. Hence why Gray didn't die, but she died because of it.
What the Kingdom Hearts is this plot?
She uses time magic, but she used the ultimate time magic, which she was told never to use because forbidden spells and all that. But it ended up killing her. That part is actually going to be in the game because they're covering the Grand Magic arcs right to the end of it. I think it's either the Grand Magic game is right to the end or the Grand Magic game is right to the end of Tartarus. But we'll see.
Baby, 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 baby.
So either way, oh shoot.
I had to. You can't be mentioning Tartarus like that, man. I sense death. Oh shit.
So Souls, what are your hype levels for Fairy Tail? And before you say you would want a Muso game more, I'm right there with you. I think we all would. But
yeah, definitely. But I don't know. They're not low, but they're not super high either. They're kind of at that middle point. I'm interested, but at the same time, every time I see gameplay, it's just like I hope this doesn't get boring after like an hour or two. You know, with the it can be repetitive depending on how the random encounter rate is.
Well, I mean,
hopefully the cutscenes hold up.
Actually, do we know if it's gonna be random encounter? Because I thought it was like overworld based, like how you can see enemies walking around the Persona. Actually, have you not seen the gameplay?
Yeah, I've seen it, but I haven't really watched too much of like the overworld, running around exploration gameplay bits.
Because it's by the Atelier team, so if you've seen an Atelier game, it's gonna be a lot like that.
Oh, okay. I think they have overworld enemies.
Yeah. I don't think the encounter rate's going to be like, what is it, Persona PSP encounter rate?
Yeah, no.
And just get the lone prayer ready. We're gonna be here a while.
As well, I think there's 10 party members, and you can use you can actually use 5 party members at a time, which I think is really interesting.
Like Final Fantasy IV.
Could you? Oh, you could do that in FF4. Okay, because like I've never played an RPG that lets you use 5 party members at a time.
Final Fantasy IV.
He hasn't played that, which you should, Blake. It's a really good game.
And Suikoden, you can use 6.
What?
Suikoden 1 and 2, you can.
6?
Mm-hmm.
Jeez.
3 in the front and 3 in the back.
You're rolling a whole baseball team.
Such a good mechanic. I need to find my copy of Suikoden 4. It's around this house somewhere.
Wait, isn't Suikoden, or isn't that on one of the? Maybe I'm thinking of something else, but isn't that on like the Nintendo Switch Online service?
No, that's it was a PlayStation game.
I think he's talking about that DS Suikoden game, which is not good.
No.
You want that tier thing?
Yeah, that one.
Wait. Or might have been Tokiden, maybe.
You might be.
Suikoden.
I don't think Tokiden was on anything other than PC and PS4 as well.
I know. Because I know there was one obscure game that was Suikoden done by Konami?
Mm-hmm.
Breath of Fire is what I'm thinking of. Never mind. Not at all related. As you were.
Okay. But yes, yeah, you're talking about Fairy Tail and a 5-player.
Yeah. Rico, are you a Fairy Tail? No, you're not a Fairy Tail fan, are you?
No, I tried to watch it. Gave it 112 episodes.
Whoa, you got farther than me.
Man's really did the it gets good after 100 episodes challenge.
Wait, you didn't? You still didn't like it after 112 episodes?
No, I think the arc that I was on made me drop it. It had something to do with an island.
Yeah, Tenro. That's right before the time skip where everyone dies for 5 years, 8 years, 7 years, 8 years. Yeah, no. That the end of it. I really like the end of that arc because that's when Loxus comes back, and then that's when other shit happens. But
I made a deal with my friend, and I told him, watch Yu Yu Hakusho, and I'll watch whatever anime you want me to watch. And he's like, Fairy Tail! And I was
damn.
like,
well, he didn't say One Piece, so I think you already watched One Piece, right?
At that time, yeah, I had already watched One Piece. And
okay.
I was like, okay, I'm gonna watch the amount of Yu Yu Hakusho that there is. I will watch that amount of Fairy Tail that is available. So there's 112 Yu Yu Hakusho episodes. He watched them all, or I think he watched them all. And then I was like, okay, I'm gonna watch at max 112 episodes of Fairy Tail. But I'm not feeling it after 112 episodes. I'm dropping it.
Okay, so Riku, so if I watch Yu Yu Hakusho, will you watch another 112 episodes of Fairy Tail?
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. That bet
It
is
ain't
off the
worth it,
table.
I don't know. Maybe you watched 112 episodes.
You're breaking up 112 episodes of what?
Hunter x Hunter.
112 episodes.
Listen, bro, I will watch anything if someone says they'll watch Fairy Tail.
Jeez.
Well, I've already watched Fairy
Tell
Tail.
them to watch Berserk.
Get the step in, bro. You know what to do.
Man, nobody wants to do that.
I think we're more or less done talking about Fairy Tail. Didn't want to spend too much time on it. But now, fighting game of the year, Jump Force has arrived on Nintendo or has been announced for Nintendo Switch, sorry. It's the deluxe edition of the game, so it comes with all of the first wave of DLC. So you get like Seto Kaiba, All Might, Bakugo, Bisky, Madara Uchiha. You know, all these characters that should have been in the base game, you get them. And they announced DLC Wave 2, starting with Todoroki from My Hero Academia. You can never have too many My Hero characters, as they say. So we're gonna be real here. Jump Force hot ass. None of us here actually enjoy the game. Really, I mean, like it's fun to like dick around with, but like it was kind of missed opportunity. So we're here just to give our predictions for who we think the new characters are gonna be because they've outlined them by series. So yeah, Sosuke, do you want to start us off by who you think is
Can I
gonna be?
see that? Who posted that template? Oh, there it is.
Oh yeah, if you scroll up, yeah.
The character pass. It's the one I posted.
Yeah, Sosuke, do you want to start us off with who you think is gonna be in the game?
Like just going down the list of like Hunter x Hunter, Yu Yu Hakusho, Bleach, and JoJo. I feel like the Hunter x Hunter character is going to be the king from the Chimera Ant arc of Hunter x Hunter. Like Meruem is such like a popular character, and he didn't get enough time in Hunter x Hunter to flex his like OP ass muscles. But I feel like he's going to be the Yu Yu Hakusho character. It has to be either Hiei or Kurama, one or the other. I hope it's Hiei.
No love for Cool Bauer.
Listen, Kuwabara should have been in the game to begin with. If
Like,
they ain't put him in, nobody on the dev team likes him.
He was a resilient motherfucker, though. If you've seen the anime,
He is. That fight with Byakuya was fucking amazing. But
my favorite fight he had was against older Toguro, I think. It was.
Oh yeah, when he fought Ultra Toguro, that was pretty cool. But, like, I feel like it's either going to be like Hiei, Kurama. Maybe they might even throw in Kuwabara. The Bleach character, let it be Kenpachi, just because it's fucking Kenpachi, bro. He's what Bleach characters are in the game already? Anyways, like I don't
They have
know.
about 5. They have like 5 Bleach characters right now.
Well, yeah, well, like 3 of them were DLC.
Renji.
Yeah.
Renji, Rukia, Ichigo,
Okay, well, I guess they have 6 then.
Grimzhou,
And
Toshida.
Damn, I completely forgot about
Toshi
Renji.
Aizen's there too. That's
Oh,
right.
Oh, that's right. I forgot he's a Bleach character because his final
Bleach get a
design
lot of love
looks
in
so...
Jump Force, unfortunately.
Sadly.
Hey, they're getting a new anime, so who knows?
Yeah, that's true. But like, I feel like it's either gonna be like Kenpachi, yes, all the hype. It's gonna be Kenpachi or like I hope they don't use that movie character from Hellverse. I forget his name.
Oh, the guy with the chain?
Yeah, Souls knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
He was a dumb villain, but like they might do some dumb shit. But like, oh, we're gonna use Ginjo from the Fullbring arc. remember Ginjo? No, like I would have taken the main bad guy at the Bounce arc because he was pretty cool.
Katia?
Yeah, Kadi. He was.
Wasn't that arc actually not canon to the manga, though?
No,
Super not
it was,
canon.
but it was
lot
a
of stuff
good
is
filler
not
arc.
canon.
But it's a good filler arc, and apparently in the manga they actually made reference to like the Bounce themselves, but they never show up. So I'm just like, so it's canon, but we just don't talk about it. Okay. And finally, the JoJo character is going to be Giorno from Part 5. I see that shit coming a mile away. They're just going to put Giorno in and be like, hey guys, JoJo's still cool. Look at the new JoJo character.
Is the Part 3 guy already in the game?
Yep, Jotaro and Dio are already in the game.
No Part 1?
No Part 1, no Jonathan, no Joseph. I feel like they're just going to keep moving from there and be like either Giorno or Josuke, and that's it.
I think it's because they gave us them in J-Stars. They're kind of moving forward.
Yeah. Me personally, I'm just saying like, they should just make a second J-Stars and put the
Yeah.
cut characters, and they should just take all the characters from Jump Force and put them into J Stars.
Okay, I got a question. So that 3 versus 3, what is it like? You just tag out your whoever's on your team to swap in and play.
Yeah, it's a little like you just swap. It's
only
sort of
one.
like a lesser Storm.
Oh, so no, I mean like if an actual person is on your same team, you can swap out for them.
I didn't know they had that mechanic.
Yeah,
They
it said 3 versus 3.
Were you
and
talking
they
about Jump
show, like,
Force
6 Joy-Cons.
Yep.
Yeah.
on the Switch?
Yeah.
Oh, I
didn't know
don't
that was a thing.
I don't know.
Yeah,
how
I've
it's
seen
gonna
them
work
showing
on
like
the
didn't they
Switch.
show like 6 Joy-Cons in the trailer?
Yeah, so the way it works is if you've ever played like fighters, you can basically one person plays one character, and whenever someone switches to that character, that person controls that character.
Yeah, so yeah,
that
it's like you
mode
can
will
swap.
probably come to the other versions too, because they showed that off with fighters as well, and it came out with the other consoles as well. So
Yeah.
The problem with that, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say I think that's a cool system, but again, it's not on the same level of J Stars. No, not J Stars. Yeah, J Stars. Just because it's not everybody fighting at once, which was honestly the most fun thing about J Stars. Even if the game is bad, at least the co-opness was one of the saving graces of it.
I honestly don't see J Stars as a bad game. It was super fun.
It was super broken, and you can do a lot of exploitable things, especially with that boy Toriko.
Out here playing Toriko and Hiei, like
That's my boy.
oh yeah, it's go time.
If you were super deep into the fucking
Mechanics.
J Stars mechanics like I was,
Yep.
the most broken character in that game was Ichigo.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. Like he had
Especially
like
if
I
you
forget the
team
name
it
of the
up.
move. I forget the name of the move. And it's like it's a rising slash that transfers into him like
Yeah.
flash stepping around you. And I found a way to pick somebody up off the ground using that. And I was just like,
Yeah.
oh, this
There
is
was a lot
broken.
of OTGs.
Like,
Lot of-
Another thing that was kind of a crazy with Ichigo is that if you time it right, if you jumped, you could be across the whole map. But if you lock onto somebody and you jump and do his little forward circle, you'll literally flash step right to the guy.
just like an episode of Bleach.
Yeah, exactly. But as far as picks and who I got, let me see. What was the and y'all posted?
So before Souls does his thing, Sosuke. So what would you do if they start off a Jump Force trailer and all you hear is
I'm gonna actually start fucking laughing.
oh bro, listen. We need some
It's
actual
either
like
that or it's either that or the Pillarman.
well, bro.
That's just one of them. You play as all of them at the same time.
See that's what Sosuke and I were
Cars?
saying. You play as cars, and then their freaking intro, you have Wami going, "Awaken my masters."
Okay, so as far as Hunter x Hunter goes, I was thinking the same thing. They should put Meruem or either him or Netero, just because they both serve like
Oh yeah.
super.
I can't talk about Netsudo for anybody who
Yeah.
hasn't watched Hunter. x Hunter.
Yeah, so either one of them, either perfect for Hunter cast, or okay, I'll just because I think he's cool. Crollo.
Oh
It'd be hard to
yeah.
make a move, but
Crollo would be kind of busted. Crollo would be kind of busted. I can steal your ability after I knock you out and see it. In Jump Force, if I see your ability, that's mine. Like when
Yeah,
Crollo
now-
pulls out Slifer.
As far as Yu Hakusho go, looking at how they always pick the most characters that you don't expect or want, and not saying that this character I'm about to say is one that we wouldn't want, but we definitely didn't expect it. I feel like they'll go with Sensui. They'll because he doesn't get enough love. I feel in a lot of games, and I feel like that he'd have a really good moveset.
Especially since I feel he's probably the ultimate adversary for Yusuke.
Yeah,
More so than
Surely
than even Toguro.
I feel like
He's
Togoro's
literally-
overused.
yeah, because he
Because
like
he's
literally
literally-
started up the whole next arc. Really,
Because he's literally an evil version of.
yeah,
He
I feel like
he was-
Togoro is overused compared to like.
I
everyone.
feel
The
I
only
do
difference, the only difference is that he kicks an energy ball instead of
Yeah.
shooting it from his finger.
Nah, bro. What about that man Rando?
Oh no, we don't.
What's
We
wrong,
good.
Souls? You
I was
don't like
actually
the
thinking
red
of Rondo. I was like, what if
You
they
don't-
add
you don't like-
Rondo?
What,
Fuck.
you don't like the
That'd
red?
be the character to catch everybody off guard too, but
You don't
okay,
like the
it's
red
either
spirit guy?
I do like. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. He's cool. Like the idea of him is cool, but just the way he got beat.
Come on.
He got beat by such a lucky Yusuke. Yusuke wasn't shit when that happened.
He really was.
Word.
I do
And then
still
Rendo got his shit right.
having like one of the most gruesome like moments, and like for me as a kid growing up, seeing somebody's X-ray of their arm getting broken like that, I was like, dang,
Like, that shit was.
that
When
was-
I first saw that, like my mom walked in the room. She was like, "What are you watching?" I'm like, it's Yu Yu Hakusho. She was like, "Oh,
Yeah.
I thought it was it. I thought you were watching Law and Order." I'm like, "No, I hate that show. Now I love it." But point being, she was shook. She was just as shook as I was. That shit
Like,
made
if
my
you
arm.
ain't like Kuwabara after that, then no to tell you.
Yeah,
but,
like, you might wanna
I,
sit-
also just an honorable mention, they'll probably put in Genkai. They'll do something crazy like that.
Genkai. Yes, Master
Now, as far as
Genkai.
Bleach go, let's see.
Man, pull up the whole
got-
wiki.
It's kinda tough. I feel
Fukiora.
like they'll do somebody from the new 1,000-year Blood War arc, just because that's what's going to be hyped right now. But at the same time, they may just give us somebody like Gen Ryusai or Kyoraku, just like
Damn, save some of the options for me.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
I'm like, I said I'm gonna go last. Nigga said Jonah already. Nigga said, yeah, damn. I should have went last. I
All right, last one. I'm going to just go.
thought everyone was gonna get one character. A whole goddamn roster. It's over your boy.
We didn't know. Well, Riku, that means great minds.
That's gonna let us know we
That
got
means-
the Stone Ocean coming. I was gonna say Joe.
Oh lord, that was the last one I had left.
Riku,
I only
that
have
just
one
means
character
Great
left.
minds think alike. That's all it means. Great minds think alike.
How are you going, Enrique?
Y'all basically said all the choices that I was gonna say. I had Shinobu Sensei. That was already said. Hunter x Hunter, I was gonna say Mechadem. That was already said. Bleach, Bleach is I only have one character from Bleach that I have not heard, and I actually think this one is gonna be chosen above all of the other ones. I like Kenpachi, but I think Ukiura is gonna be chosen.
Ukiura?
Ah,
Ukiura.
Mr. Hat Club?
nah.
Yeah,
I thought
everybody.
No, that's Urahara.
Oh,
No, wait, that's
wait.
Urahara, Blake.
Close enough.
Ukiura is.
It's been about 4 years since I watched Bleach.
Ukiura is the
Been about 4
demon.
years since it was third.
Yeah, the
No,
one
like-
that technically was the strongest.
Wait,
around
wait,
his number didn't say that and all that shit.
Wait.
Yeah.
Are you talking about the dude with the? The dude
The one
with,
that fought
with the
Vasto Lord.
with the green face, yeah, and the skull on his
yeah,
face,
green and
he
white.
Only one
totally
that
wanted to
has
bone
super emo.
Rukia. Yeah.
Nah, but like, nah. All right, now. Riku.
did
What
touch our chest.
version of Ukiura do you think they'd? Now,
They're
what
gonna
version do
have
you think?
They're gonna have the regular version, and when you know how everyone in the game has a transformation, like Goku can turn Super Saiyan, Seiya can turn Gold Saiyan. That's what he's gonna turn into his Rancor form.
Ah, his
R3.
resurrection.
His curse mark.
Yes, and do fucking, and his R3 is gonna be Seto.
I honestly thought they would go with the Ukiura that gets the. Nah, remember the Ukiura from the mobile game that got, which is apparently canon, that got the Hogyoku.
I didn't look at the mobile game one, so
Just look up like third form Ukiura, like third anniversary Ukiura, and you'll see what I'm talking about. That's like apparently that shit is stronger. Like that makes him almost as broken as Aizen is, and I kind of want to know more about that
to third anniversary.
Ukiura. Yeah, it's like he has the Hogyoku in his chest. It's very noticeable.
Okay,
I forgot. Okay, this one would actually take the cake. I ain't gonna lie.
that one does look cool, but someone
may
tells me
put
that
it
one
in
may
the
be a bit out there if they.
If they put Yodoichi in the game, I forgot.
Yoruichi would be another good choice, especially since they
I'd
probably
say
we need to get another
imagine-
female in there.
I say, imagine they
so
make
like that cat form that's been going around. That I'm kind of blind to, so I stopped
Yeah.
reading it.
if they didn't start with Todoroki, I would say, what if this was like a female only pass? But
Yeah,
Imagine it's a
If it-
female.
That would actually be kind of lit.
It's like it's a female only pass. So it's like they said it's Todoroki. Nah, it's actually Momo.
how do you go from
Like, not
Todoroki to
even a
Momo?
thought.
Unless you souls, you ain't gonna be happy with that.
Yeah, and then as far as JoJo's, I was gonna say either Josuke, Giorno, or Jolene. It's gonna be either one of those three. I could see them using Jolene to bring up hype for JoJo's Part 6.
Yeah.
Alpha to Giorno since
Yeah,
everybody
that's
already
fine.
knows him. I know, right? I mean, because the thing is, they already have Ichigo using a transformation. readers know. So it's like,
Golden
what other
experience.
manga related shit are they gonna throw in there and say "fuck you, anime"?
Yeah,
They've already done it with Ichigo and Sosuke. So
really,
it's like-
yeah.
so it's like, who knows what they would throw in there just because. So I could see them like future proofing the game and putting Jolene in there and seeing all of her moves that will spoil all the anime onlys.
Fucking, and all you're gonna hear is, "Who's this Jolene chick? Why does she have Jotaro's last name?" Me.
Why does she
Wait.
look like Yuri from Super Street Fighter? Why is she using fucking
Wait.
green?
Is there actually a female JoJo?
Yeah, it's Jotaro's daughter.
Yeah, it's Jotaro's daughter.
So who the fuck is Josuke?
Josuke is
That's
for part
his-
4.
Okay, no, Josuke is remember
Joseph's.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
Joseph.
kind of stepped up.
That's his bastard child.
What?
That is his bastard child.
Yeah.
I need to start
Go
part
watch
4. I need to start part
Yeah,
4.
go watch
Hold
part
up.
4, my man.
Hold up. I need to start part 4, bro.
Yeah,
Nah,
remember
Blake,
when he
you
was
tryna-
like
nah,
fucking
Blake, you
around?
tryna watch
Yeah,
that?
that's actually
Yeah,
You trying to
fair.
watch that part 4 together?
Bro,
Watch that
oh my
part 4
gosh.
together, Blake?
Yo, Joseph on some
Part
bro.
4 is really good.
I
too.
didn't think Joseph would actually do someone else like that on the side. But this
I
man,
can see young
he
Joseph
really be
doing
doing it.
Yeah.
my man
The dude was peeking on his mom. All right.
He didn't know that. He didn't know. He didn't
Listen, he
know.
was dodging Nazis and planting seeds. Okay, that's what he does. That's how it works.
What?
So yeah, I wouldn't, think it past fucking Joseph. But yeah, that's his bastard son.
Well, damn.
Yeah, and man, I'm not gonna say nothing in part 4, man. But
Is part 4 as long as part 3?
No, it's not.
No.
Part 3 is you won't have another part as long as part 3.
Okay, how long is part 4?
30
Like
something
20
like
I thought it
No,
was
it's like-
26.
nah, it's 30 something.
Yeah,
Part
it's not
5
long.
is yeah, it's not long. Part 5 part 4 is 50, 25, 25. Part 4 is 30 something. Part 5 is like 39.
Yeah.
I think part 4
and
might
5
be
are both short.
yeah, they're under 40.
So, Blake, we watching this part 4?
I'll have to look into it. I don't know. I might make it my new. Now that I'm done, How I Met Your Mother, I might make it my new show that I watch like an episode or 2 before bed. But I don't know if I can watch JoJo before bed.
Because you'll
Yeah, you can. Especially part 4, like
Part 4 is really good.
you're gonna enjoy
Like,
part 4.
honestly, part 4 has one of my favorite
Listen,
JoJo
bro,
villains.
after like an episode of like
39.
every episode I watched of part 3, I always felt more energized like after watching it than before. So I don't know if part 4 is gonna keep me awake at night.
Yeah, part 4 and part 5 are 39 episodes each. That's what. So like I said, under 40.
Who's the main character of part 5?
Giorno.
Sure, no.
I don't even want to spoil who he is.
Who the? Okay, all right. Well, okay, all right.
You'll
it's
find
fine.
out.
It's fine.
Yeah,
You know, like the
just
pizza.
find out.
Yeah.
All right.
I remember when the Twitter page of DiGiorno said we're watching JoJo's Part 5.
Are you serious?
She was hilarious.
G Shadow, I know how much you love your shonen anime. So, predictions, characters.
The only one I know, like, at heart is Yu Yu Hakusho. It's probably gonna be a safe choice. I'm probably predicting Hiei.
Okay. Is that all you have to say on the
Don't-
matter?
Yeah, because I don't really give a shit about this crappy ass game.
That's fair. That's fair. You're not gonna pick it up. G Shadow, do you know that the Switch version can hit up to 30 frames?
Oh wow!
30 frames, Blake? I don't know what.
Ugly.
Wow, that
Jump
was
forward
such
and
a
dip
what a
down to 10
technological
Listen,
achievement.
you say
but
that,
cite
but
resources.
Souls is getting wet over there thinking about an anime game at 30 frames.
What a tech. Gundam versus
Funny.
ran at 60 frames.
Mm-hmm.
Gundam versus PS4 version at least ran at 60 frames. So that's not new.
What was it? Okay, so as for me, haven't seen Hunter x Hunter, haven't seen Yu Yu Hakusho. I know I'm gonna completely step on people's backs here. But I have seen Bleach. I've seen 150 episodes of Bleach, I think. Never finished it.
Okay.
And I've seen 3 parts of JoJo, so I'm more familiar with them. In terms of the Bleach character, if we are I don't know. I don't think we need to base their picks off of any pattern. Like I don't think it's gonna be like all rivals because they put Todoroki as the first character. But one character that no one like talked about for Bleach, I don't really know how relevant he is, if he's relevant in the current state. But my boy Byakuya.
That's a good choice, Byakuya.
That's a pretty good choice.
Because I mean, Ruki's already in there.
Especially with how like later on Byakuya is like ridiculous. I can see that.
Like I don't want to see. I don't know if Sasuke has ever met Byakuya, but I want to see the interactions there.
That'd be
I
beautiful.
feel like Byakuya just go like look at this and be like, this edgy child needs to be put down.
I was about to say that seems pretty.
It's like this child doesn't value his family at all. Ain't you trying to execute your sister? Shut the fuck up.
Is that her?
You trying to kill your brother?
Yeah, as far as Yu Yu Hakusho, unfortunately, I don't think he is going to be chosen. Kind of for the same reason what Soul said in regards to Jonathan and Joestar, not Jonathan and
Jonathan and Joseph.
Jonathan and Joestar, Jonathan and Joseph not coming back. I think the fact that they took Hiei out. Honestly, firstly, although some fans would probably like Hiei back, I think another half of the fans would be like, "Oh, you took him out just to bring him back as DLC and make us pay for it."
See, that's how I felt about Madara. They had no business taking Madara out the game.
Yeah, and they brought him back, but yeah, in my opinion, I think they should go with Kurama.
Yoko Kurama to go.
Yeah, Yoko Kurama would be crazy.
And then he has
Hey, what about the guys from the tournament at the very end? The blonde guy.
Oh yeah.
The Dark Tournament.
Yeah, the dark tournament. The dark.
Jeez.
But yeah, I think my prediction is going to be with Byakuya, just because we haven't, just no one else predicted it, and more diversity. I'd love to see
Just hit
Byakuya, because I like Byakuya. Would it hit you?
What happened, Souls?
It just hit me, and this is off topic, but Yu Yu Hakusho been doing tournaments after arc after arc.
They be like, nah, bro, tournament arc. But we just had one tournament arc.
I mean, even if it's not a tournament, it's still a tournament setup.
To go train with Genkai, tournament. Dark tournament arc, tournament.
The
Tournament
Dark
tournament.
Masters tournament, pretty much. You take turns fighting them, I'll wait.
I am kind of sad that we don't get any more Saint Seiya or Fist of the North Star characters. But I know this is a popularity contest, which is why fucking Hunter x Hunter has like how many characters now? They have fucking
Hisoka,
Gon, they have
Hisoka, Gon, Kurapika, Killua.
Kurapika,
4.
I didn't even know
Bisky.
that popular.
Oh, yeah, Bisky took 5.
And then this next one is gonna be 6. 6 fucking Hunter x Hunter characters.
And they still won't bring back the anime.
And Bleach has Ichigo, Rukia, Renji, Sosuke, Grimmjow, and
Toshigaya?
gonna be
Hitsugaya?
yeah, Toshie Hitsugaya, and this next one is gonna be the 7th
Dang.
Bleach character.
Okay, let's be real though. They kind of got shafted in J-Star.
This is true.
I mean, Saint Seiya had 1.
Okay, this is true. Hey, they got more now.
Yeah, well, now we got 2. Whoopie. Yeah, cool. Yes, they brought in my boy Dragon Shiryu. You want to get your boy Riku-san 1 back on Jump Force? Give me Phoenix Iki, and I will jump back on Jump Force.
Iki.
I need
Give
to
me
watch.
Phoenix Iki.
Yeah.
I need to actually sit down and watch Saint Seiya because I hear so much good about it, and I was like, yo, Seiya is cool. I know
It's a
nothing
good
about the
series.
I think they redubbed it too on Netflix, and I was enjoying.
The
Okay, so-
80s, the 80s show.
Yeah.
The 80s one. Yes.
So let's see. I
Hey,
have
finally.
I had the Seed remaster to watch, and I have Saint Seiya. I knew that could
Seed.
happen.
Oh, I love Seed. That whole
Or
love triangle was so
fuck.
funny.
Or give me a villain like Gemini Saga or Radamanthus Wyvern. Like, they have a lot to choose from Saint
Yeah,
Seiya.
I probably did.
I actually-
like, Seiya and a villain.
Yeah,
or-
I say in
yeah.
a villain.
Would you
Like,
guys
Dragon
have...
Shiryu is cool, but like, give me a villain.
Would you guys have actually
Yeah.
preferred for Wave 2 of Jump Force DLC to be all new series as opposed to series that have already been in the game?
I want it to be actually interesting characters.
Listen,
They should have had at least one slot that was a brand new series.
Yeah.
Nah, you know what the DLC Pack 2 should have been? A whole new game.
I knew it.
stop. Listen, because I
I mean, I don't
been,
disagree with that. They shouldn't even like pushing so much of this additional content in such a garbage game.
Like,
Yeah,
they-
to the
this
next
is so
game.
true.
5, my
Because
hero.
think about it. How many DLC characters did J-Stars get again? None.
None. And the
How
crazy thing
many-
is they had assets for Jotaro.
Mm,
They had assets for Jotaro, Dio, Yo Asakura from Shaman King.
mhm.
Shocking.
Yep. And they had Dai from Dragon Quest in the code as well. And then they're like, oh, we're gonna use that and put it in this game. So it's like,
Listen, they should have made Die DLC because I fucking died when I saw him in the game. All I wanted from this game was all I wanted was Alan Walker. That's all I want. All I wanted was D. Grayman because we had D. Grayman Hollow. His new Hollow one was dope, but I was like, I guess D. Grayman's just not where it used to be. It was in Jump Force or no J-Stars, so that's why I thought maybe it would be upgraded.
J-Stars was like a combination of popularity contest and advertisement. A lot of
And
it,
it had a good story.
yeah, it was basically One Piece, but with like a whole bunch of other characters.
They had Talavaroo character. They had a Talavaroo character in J-Stars.
Just the
Yeah,
one.
Lala.
They
And
said-
they also
They just
had,
had Lala.
they also had Medaka Box for some.
Megabox is cool. Like, I'm
But
gonna
yeah.
rewatch that.
It's yeah, it fucking pissed me off with that fucking shit. Because like, no, this is getting all the patches and fucking DLC, and it's like this game is garbage regardless of what the fuck you do to it. And J-Stars really could have used some patches and balances and characters.
And you know what's crazy about like this whole like the way they're doing? Like this is they're also like they're pushing these games as well as fucking Shinobi Strikers because they can't milk Xenoverse anymore because they're like, oh shit, what do we do?
And they milked that to the freaking.
They milked that to the bone. You knew that game. You knew that game was like on its way out being like forefront for milking when they had to pull a character from the better Dragon Ball fighting game. They had to add Android 21 to the game in order to like keep it relevant. And all my friends who like will go back to Xenoverse every now and again, like I have a friend who's like a diehard Xenoverse 2 player, and like he straight up was like, "Yeah, she's not even worth it." Like he bought Android.
Though, they're like trying to get as much as they can out of these games because they know
Like,
they can.
Yeah, like, and this is just me being a Tales fan, but if they put this much effort into Tales games, we wouldn't have the problem we are now. We wouldn't be.
You want DLC in Tales games? Like
Give me DLC costumes.
Well, didn't they go for Vesperia and Vesperia? No, Vesperia.
Yeah,
is DLC.
those
They're
games
good
were like-
with the DLC costumes, but they can. I don't know. They can do other stuff to
Yeah,
like spice it up.
Does it feel like we're in a dark age for anime games right now?
kinda. Like for me at least.
It's
like,
yeah,
there's-
like they like it's because of the how much money they make that it kind of makes it even
Like they
harder.
they can be mediocre. They can be mediocre and they'll still sell.
Like
People buy because
Pokemon.
of name.
Yeah,
People will buy because
No,
of
I
the
mean, at
name.
least Pokemon has like a level of quality.
Yeah.
Does that even count?
Yeah, it does.
Does it?
No,
well,
Pokemon counts.
Let me see. I'm trying to think of the last few because the last few anime games that I played, Fighters was good.
Yeah.
Project Kakarot was good.
What's that?
Sorry, Riku.
Mm-mm.
So did you ever play World Seeker?
No.
I actually have World Seeker here on my Vita.
Ah.
You hate to
I'm
see
gonna
it.
go through the One Piece games to get caught up to One Piece Pirate Warriors 4. So I have not World Seeker, Burning Blood.
Oh, fire! They needed more DLC for that. Oh my god!
I have Burning Blood and One Piece Pirate Warriors 3. I don't have World Seeker. World Seeker didn't come out on Vita. That came out on PS.
Burning Blood. I'll say if you want to play through the story in that, it's super short, but the cutscenes are top notch. It's literally over the Marineford arc that it starts and ends there. So that's one of the most unfortunate things, but it's actually really enjoyable.
Interesting.
Personally, I felt a lot of depth was put into that game. There's some broken stuff, don't get me wrong, but I swear the gameplay to that game and the visuals 10 times better than Jump Force.
Alrighty.
All right, I never actually gave my prediction for the JoJo character. So
Hey!
I would love. Hold up, new type. I know you haven't done yours, but I was also talking, and we have been here for 3 hours. Why does this always happen? we talk too much. It's great. I think the new JoJo character might. I think Giorno makes the most sense, but I'd like to see Joseph or a Pillar Man. Bro, the Pillar Men, make it a 3-person character. Like, do something unique in Jump Force. I know that's crazy, Bandai. I know you're probably like, what the fuck? Why is he? But he say unique? That's crazy. But imagine we had the Pillar Man theme and they like flex on people and they like stop time. No, that's Dio. But imagine they bite people and shit. Like, it'd be great. That'd be great. Or Joseph, or just another Joestar. I don't know. But new type. You seem like you have something to say. So go for it.
Okay, listen. Everyone had the obvious picks, right?
Mm-hmm.
So besides going with the obvious popular choice, I'm gonna just do the offshoot characters no one really.
You're not gonna
thought
say
about.
Orihime for Bleach, are you?
No. Anyway, I was thinking about it, but I thought of someone better. So for Hunter x Hunter, we're gonna have Leorio.
Ew.
You can't say with a straight face.
We're gonna have Kurama. For Bleach, we're gonna have the Latin King himself, Chad.
Yo! Put Chad in the game with the arm, bro. Let him fist
The
people.
La Muerte. That would actually be pretty fire.
And for JoJo, we're gonna have the most broken fighting game JoJo character of all time, Pet Shop.
Pet Shop. The bird.
The bird. Low kicks, high kicks, it does not matter. You will not be able.
Bro, what he did to Iggy, bro, I cried. Oh man, that ain't right.
Now you're thinking, that's all crazy. It might be.
Yeah, Soul's couldn't handle the truth.
Yep. It did it again. What the fuck?
Okay.
I hate you, new type.
My land literally died because.
Oh man, if they put a fucking eagle in this game, imagine the hitbox. What hitbox?
Wow.
Man, that fight, bro, that had me so messed up inside. Him and Avdol, bro, that had me so jacked up.
He'll
inside.
be fine.
Yo, put Avdol in the game. Put more black
What's
people in
his
the game. Yo, put Avdol alongside Chad, bro. More black people, the better. Let's go. Look,
Avdol's from
we've already-
India and Chad's from Mexico.
But they're black.
No, he's Hispanic in general.
So he got the Emerald Pass, or?
I'm gonna shoot you. I'm gonna actually shoot you.
I mean,
Like I know where you live.
sure.
I hear Nova Scotia's lovely this time of year.
Bro, I hear Nova Scotia's kind of locked down this time of year. Anyway,
All the social
we're
distancing.
well, we were gonna talk about Evo, but I don't really think we need to. I think Evo's pretty much gonna get canceled. Gamescom and Comic-Con and Gamescom, Comic-Con, and
Pretty
Anime
much.
Expo got shut down. Evo's likely next.
Yeah. No way it's happening.
I hope everyone gets a refund.
What Anime Expo did was people who bought their tickets could either choose to carry it over to the next year, or they could just get a refund.
Ooh, that's gonna be packed.
So yeah, I guess we'll call it a podcast here because it's been 3 hours.
I mean, they could always, if they still wanted an MVC2 tournament, they could always wait for Winter Ball.
Yeah, that is true. That is true.
I don't know, Evo Winter, everybody.
I'm with it.
But at that point, it'd Evo Japan.
Oh well,
Nah,
just combine the
Evo
two then.
No, G Shadow, Evo Japerica.
When is Evo Japan, and is that going to get canceled?
I
Oh,
don't
that's
think so.
in January, so that's pretty much in
Oh.
the safe zone.
Oh yeah, no,
Simple,
that's,
just
that's
combine the two.
that's simple and clean.
So, if anything, they're probably going to have the tournament in Japan, unless they don't invite Americans over there.
God damn American.
I haven't seen any American players at Evo Japan before.
So let's let this be the first. Let's go.
You let them in. Yeah, I'm telling you, give Americans an inch and they'll shoot you a yard away.
I'll give you more than 1 inch.
Okay, we're gonna go ahead
Ah.
and wrap up today's Talk of the Town podcast. Again, this went way longer than I thought it would. Sosuke, where can they find you?
Y'all can find me on Twitter at ArisuSosuke and on Twitch at Sosuke the Wandering Gamer. Tomorrow we finish Battle Network 3's main story and we go into that post game. I'm gonna be angry and rage because this game is actually at the hard. I'm not ready, but I'm ready.
Okay, all right. G Shadow, where can they find you at?
You can find me at GShadow007. I'm cooking up a Gundam Age review at the moment, so hope you guys tune in and enjoy my suffering.
All right, and Rico Suave, new type Sama, Superfly, stay the fuck home. Where can they find you? At home, probably.
They can find me social distancing on Revolving Bunger on Twitter and Tumblr, and almost every week on here at Talk of the Town podcast.
All right, Riku Sun 1.
You can find me on Twitter at Riku. Make sure, people, you are chopping up your bananas.
Stop.
Stop!
Oh, we went the podcast without talking about this. Don't bring this up.
You're putting in Frosted Flakes? Yeah, go ahead, chop them up.
Yeah, go ahead.
By the way, I did get blocked by Frosted Flakes on Twitter.
Why? How do you get blocked by Frosted Flakes?
I think he
Oh,
mentioned this
don't
on
worry about
HPM. He probably sent us some like Tom Tigger the.
Did you send him Tom
Send the board.
fucking the tiger porn or something?
It's in that realm.
Real
They were
life.
I was
like,
like, Tony, how big's your dick?
whoa. And that's the end of the podcast, people.
Souls, where can they find you at? At your workplace.
Yeah, pretty much. But also at Soul0Souls on Twitter. And yeah.
Yeah, you're not gonna plug your Twitch or YouTube page, or.
I was, but you know what I'm saying, I don't even want to send them there. I don't have anything.
All right, and you already know it is that time. It is West Town HD. You guys already know where you've been watching. Hit that like button for your boys, and yeah, we'll be back in 2 weeks' time to talk about a lot less. Because I have to start trimming these podcasts out because I always overestimate, and now we're 3 hours in. So it's been fun. We'll catch you guys on the next episode of Talk of the Town podcast. Deuces.
Bye.
Peace out.